Morning. Morning. What the fuck? Google, please. How's everybody? Morning. We're doing some... in typical me fashion. You've caught me mid-task. I say, you've caught me like I didn't plan this. Let's just put some music on. I'll just finish up what I was doing. How is everybody today? The game is loaded. Just to prove the game is loaded. The game is loaded. I'm just having a moment. Pick some right beats to begin with. Nice. Chat.
Excited.
Mama's here. Morning, Mama. The kid already, like, spoke to my mum. Well, kind of.
Not the mama.
Yesterday was the 13th. Yes, it's this thing. The Dead by Daylight dating sim they made. Because why not? Because we played Dead by Daylight earlier in the week, and because I think I started this on stream a while back and then didn't finish it because the last played date on it was fucking 2022. But I'm currently trying to just sort something to make sure it's done, because you know, you get something in your head and it's like I presume I probably played this and then I can't remember what specific date it said. It definitely said 2022 and my save file says 2022. What scene are we on right now? Oh, you can see my save file. September 2022. October 2022 is when I went on hiatus, I think. Or was it October 2023? I want to say it was 2022. And I mean, I don't know if... that can't have been a stream, surely. It was a well, I suppose it could have been. It was a Thursday. If we weren't playing D&D, maybe I didn't. Who knows? I'm just having uno momento. That was yesterday. I've got the weird combination of that music and Spotify right now. Going on. I've been on TikTok for the time I was awake before stream. Trying to clear out all my saves. Down at 420. Bearing in mind, I sent my friend a screenshot the other day being like, I have a lot of saved things for you. I sent them a screenshot just the other day saying I had 685 things in my favourites and 880 sounds. I've got 420 posts and 820 sounds. Removing the sounds is the hardest part. Horrific. But they weren't all for my friend, actually. They just made it sound like they were. It's just because I saved things with the intention of sending them to people and then never send them. I don't think... I'm nearly done. The downside to question of the day being in threads is I can't find things sometimes. Okay, no, that seems accurate. Because one thing I was trying to do this month was check in on Heckfire a bit more, and I've not really been doing that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, a mere 5 days so far this month I have actually posted in there. Please, we will work on it though. We will work on it. If it needs be, it will carry over to next month. I've been so bad at taking my medication before noon. But not as bad as checking it like. But I don't know if you can hear that. Because I can't see. Rattle my tabs at you. Yeah. It pops every day for me, and then I'll look and I'll reply in my head and then don't reply. I think the last answer I gave was the thing about the scary movie. Which I think is funny because the last couple of Sundays me and Kai have been watching Scream. And I've specifically asked if we can watch 13 Ghosts today and My Bloody Valentine. They do take some time to think about. Like, I look at it, if I have an answer, I should just reply, but I have an answer and they go, is that interesting though? It's like, but it's question of the day. It doesn't matter if it's interesting, just answer the fucking question. So I might go through and answer a bunch of questions I haven't so far. Ah! Get in my mouth. Oh, I also have a poll, but I'm waiting for people to come in, which is why I'm struggling to see chat. In fact, if I put it on for 10 minutes. It is a little loud, honestly. Because I normally turn Spotify down there. That should be better. No, the music is Spotify. But I normally have it set... Like, when I listen to Spotify not on stream, I have it turned right the way up on the bar. And then right the way up on my mix amp. But usually with... Yeah, that is better. Usually when it's on stream, I have it turned down like a quarter. And then the other levels in Streamlabs are fine. The game itself actually sounds quiet. We might have to turn the game up. I can't remember if there's any voices. There's master volume music sound effects, so I don't think there's voices. But we shall see. So I'm going to post my poll. My little poll and see where we get to. Turn off Spotify, otherwise I'm not getting anywhere. Put my gaming screen on and one new game. Like I think that's 50 minutes, but we're gonna start again. Can we hear the game? I think it's quite quiet. I don't know if that's the menu or if that's just me or... It looks quiet. I suppose we'll turn it up like that and then we'll see. Like, I'm not gonna turn that up actually. Because, like, music tends to be overpowering. And now the music has stopped. Oh no, that's loud. That could get quite loud. Put that back down there. That looks reasonably loud to me. Didn't rate Popeyes? Ah, I had a banging Popeyes experience. I think it was just a classic. The first time I had it, I think I just had a classic. And then a Biscoff whips. Their whips are good. The ice cream. Oh. The ice cream is phenomenal, I find. But to be fair, my first Popeyes experience, I was having a bad day. And then the next time I ordered one for myself and I was like, I'm not sure I picked the right burger. I should have stuck with the classic. I think I got a hot honey. And I don't know. Just didn't hit the same. But like I said, the first time I had Popeyes, I was having a bad day. Anyway. I did it right first time that time. Wait, we get Tiny Baiju? You get to see Tiny Baiju. Did you go to the Popeyes near 27? Is that the one you went to? Or is it you went when you were away somewhere? Like out somewhere? Yeah. Yeah, no, I've had good experiences with that Popeyes. Like, I've stopped using Deliveroo. I can't remember if I told you. I use Uber Eats now because Deliveroo kept fucking me over. Oh, I've only had Popeyes twice. I made it sound like I've had Popeyes loads. Oh no, I must have had it 3 times because there's one that, yeah, and then 2. So I've had it 3 times since I first had it, like a few weeks ago. Their mac and cheese is amazing. But yeah, the whips, not necessarily the toppings in the whips. The ice cream itself is fantastic. But their mac and cheese. I was on the I think I was on VC Takayo when I tried their mac and cheese for the first time, and I was like, aha. Yeah, I mean, the last order I put in with Deliveroo was literally a co-op order, and it was because I had credit left. So it was like, I'll spend up, I think I needed to pay like 35 pence, but I'll spend up and go from there. I'm wondering if it's a McDonald's problem, because I then tried, so because I'm on Uber Eats, the options for McDonald's is different. So the McDonald's by work was an option. So I was like, let's try this. I've never ordered from them. When I've been in person, because it's like a stone's throw from work, they've been great. They are delightful people. But I got it, and I specifically ordered one of the Friends meals because I wanted to try and see if I could get Chandler. And the options are like Big Mac, chicken, whatever the chicken thing is, or a vegan, the McPlant thing. Normally I'm a £1/4 person, but it was like, well, I'll get the Big Mac. Everything in the order came but the collectible. So I was thinking, like, I even got a freebie side. I got the pepper pizza flavoured mozzarella sticks or whatever it is they're doing. But I'd specifically ordered the Friends meal for the collectible because I wanted to try and get Chandler. And the collectible didn't come. Everything else was spot on. The collectible didn't come. So I just raised the thing with Uber being like expecting either like a couple of quid back or like something, because I do it all through the wallet, so put it in my wallet, whatever, or like a discount. Like, I know they're quite good normally, or can be, but I put the thing in being like, I specifically ordered this meal for the collectible. I'm like, if they had my order history, they would know I'm not a Big Mac person, I'm a £1/4 person. It makes a difference if you're a McDonald's person. So I put this thing in just being like, I ordered this specifically, but there was no collectible. Literally, the only thing wrong is the collectible was missing. So I don't know what you can do. And then I got a thing back saying, we'll review it and we'll come back to you. I got a refund of the full meal, like the full, the Big Mac meal bit that I ordered. The other bits wasn't comp. They gave me the full refund for the full priced version of the Big Mac meal, because I'm a new Uber One person, like I'm not even fully subscribed to it yet, but I've got a trial. I had a discount that meant it was like £10 meal, for example, 10 something, whatever, but they refunded me the full price version and gave me like the 11 whatever it is for a full shebang version of that meal. And I was like, I was expecting the couple of quid for the collectible, like the collectible boosts the price of the meal. No, they give me the full thing. So it meant with what credit I had in my wallet left and them giving me this full thing back, I got to order a different meal like a couple of days later. Like, I ordered from somewhere else, but it meant that, oh, look, I've got money again. And given I've been really, really skint up to payday, it was like, oh, I can have lunch on Uber because, well, I didn't spend as much as I'd intended when I put credit on there in the first place, but then they've given me a meal's worth of money back as well. So that was nice. That was genuinely quite nice of them. So given that was the first issue I've had with them, I feel they handled that spectacularly well. And I'm not sponsored. Just putting that out there. I'm not sponsored by by Uber Eats. If you want to. You know what we're missing? We're missing glasses right now. You know what I'm really sad about is I couldn't order. So I got glasses from my optician, and then I ordered some from Firmo. One of the sets of glasses I couldn't get were some heart-shaped ones. They didn't have frames, but the message I kept getting was that my prescription was too strong. It was like, what do you mean? Because it's not like they're having to, like, my lenses aren't thick or, like, they've not had to low profile them or anything. But apparently my prescription is too strong to be frameless now. Like, but heart-shaped glasses would have been fun. I know I'm a VTuber, but like, I may have put my camera on for the bit. But you know, I didn't want to leave. But also, I quite enjoy hanging out with Pip's buddies. I say Pip's buddies like Swift and them don't have their own personalities. Because that's what I did after Pip's stream last night. I was like, I am awake. I've slept for, like, I think I had like a 4 or 5 hour nap. Slept for a long time. Oh, hello. Yeah, I am coughing. I didn't need to demonstrate. Genuinely just did a triple cough. Oopsies. Just put you away before I get distracted. I keep glancing over at my little table and being like, what's this shiny thing? Fuck off. Disappear. This is what happens when... I did genuinely tidy up. I don't know how it happens that I tidy up and then within seconds... Yeah, only for a little bit though. Or at least I only hung out for a little bit. They were watching the wrestling and such. But it was just so funny because Pip was like, oh, we're watching the wrestling. And I went looking for him thinking, oh, they'll be in Pips. They're not in Pips. Oh, they'll be in Swifts. They're not in Swifts. And then I got a message from Swift that was just a link to was it Murph's Discord? I think it was Murph's Discord. And then Spud sent me Spud's Discord. It was like, holy shit. Picky Bits. Now, the real question is, Picky Bits, should I go to Asda or should I go with the Co-op? I feel like Asda has a better selection of Picky Bits. Also, I really like my just cook you lazy weasel. Is it Asda where you got the adult Lunchable that one time? Oh, I said that one time. The one time I'm aware of. Putting this on Discord. Can you... I feel like you did send me a picture at some point. Could I trouble you for that picture again if you have it? And then I'll go looking for it. Because that'll be super... I say that when I could actually just buy all the bits to make my own adult Lunchables. You know, like crackers, ham, cheese. Like, I could just buy the bits. And then I would have stuff in. I don't know what's going on with my voice today. I've been up, like... I got up before my alarm. I've been up nearly an hour and a half at this point, if not longer. I've been watching a lot of Dark Room lately and my brain just went, you awake to find... No. You wake up on the beach, soaking wet, salt water stinging the inside of your throat as if you'd nearly drowned. Swallowing seawater is disgusting and painful. Water falls from your mouth as you open it to gasp for air. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from or a single fact about your life. What you do know is that despite the outrageous beauty of the landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. It is a very pretty setting they've given us here. Cough, cough again. I like these. The little... I can't remember what they're called, but these cute little flowers. Wow, people... Blah, blah, blah. Really went down the wrong pipe, huh? You need a minute, or can I go on? The narrator's arguing with us already. Because I can give you a minute. We got plenty of time. Endless time, really. Ocean. Oh my god. The ocean is spooky. I love it. Reminds me of Hades. An eternity, if you catch my drift. And by Hades, I mean the Disney James Wood Hades, not James Woods Hades, not the game. Not now, Ocean. Sorry, Reaper, may I continue? Please go on. Okay then, as I was... Cough, cough. As I was saying... Fuck's sake. Ah, you look down at your feet, ankle deep in the crystal blue water of a newly arrived wave. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. Holy shit, that's spooky. Decomposing face stares up at you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit a stream of dark bile, bugs, worms, and other ick. Ew! Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Who is blah, blah, blah. How did you get here? Who is behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head? Well-spoken? Shut the fuck up. Because I can't speak English. However, answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely blank. What will you do? Oh, bungles! Dig it up. Brush the sand away from the half-buried human head embedded in the ground before you. Oh. I got a achievement. There is no body, just a head. As you pick it up, flakes of skin fall to the ground. The jaw falls open, revealing a gold coin sitting on the rotting tongue of this poor dead soul. Ugh. Getting your hands dirty, I see. I like that. You're a take charge type. I just wanted to see what the head was. You examine the gold coin briefly. We're having weird anime moments. Happily distracted from what has otherwise been an extremely confusing morning. I just realised I'm slightly in the way. The sun beats down on you, drying your clothes. You check your pockets. Check pockets. But they're empty. Plenty of room for a gold coin, you suppose, so you deposit it. Why, that's a nice coin you've got there. What if you were to spend it right now? No thanks. Look, I'm going to level you here. The coin you found, it's mine. I dropped it yesterday and I've been looking all over for it. Tough shit, narrator. Dropped it into a dead person's mouth? Could you just give it back? No. Be that way then. Mine doesn't have a chance to linger any longer on your current situation as you feel something soft bump into your foot. Oh look, it's Wilson. When you look down, you find a volleyball sitting in the sand there next to you. You stare down, frozen. A voice calls out from behind you. Little help, please. Mommy. First off. You turn around and when you see what's waiting for you, your jaw just about hits the ground. Mommy! Look at her. Glorious. Bing Bong. Can't remember his actual name. And Spirit. Look at the thigh meat. Trapper. Size of him. I think it's... No, it's not just the fur, because I know it's not just the fur based on a skin I have for Trickster. What's Bing Bong's real name? Not real name, what's his actual title? Bing Bong. DBD. No, not fucking idiot. Wraith. Somebody's asked why is Wraith called Bing Bong? I wonder why. All characters in the Spirit, Huntress, Wraith. Allegedly, that's all of them. Are the rest just available to... Is Hooked on You appropriate for kids? It's rated T for teen. Yeah, they're the four main datables, and I know the two survivors. At least there's two survivors. But I know Trickster is in this. If I remember rightly, that head's meant to be Meg. That head we found. Whose head is that? I love how I've looked it up and Google's confused. Oh, look at that. It's two versions. Where do you reckon... yeah, where do you reckon I get them, Mama? Why did abouts turn into avoids? My god. I had a new controller this morning because playing the party animals last night, my controller was not working right. I mean, I was meant to be going to bed anyway, but still. Eh. Ow. Eyeball! Not having a good day. No, that's a lie. I'm just having a weird moment. What gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball court? Look at the size of Evan. Like, fucking Jesus, my guy. Each of them oozes with undead energy and a magical aura reaching out and penetrating you via your eyes. Your heart begins to race, curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at these casually dressed, let's call them killers. I don't know, not to be judgmental, but that's the energy they put out there. Do they? Look at her! She's a fucking cherub! What do you mean? I mean, even Spirit's not exuding, like, wild energy. Are they all blink? They are all blinking. I didn't think I'd seen him blink. I saw these three. So many competing feelings rush through your mind at once that you can't... You are completely paralyzed. Hello? There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look down at Ball and back up at these monstrous lineup of, well, literal monsters. They're not literal monsters, though. I don't quite know what goes on with Bing Bong's head. Two of them are quite clearly human. One of them, there's definitely something wrong, because half of her thigh's missing. Sexy-ass monsters, though. What do you do? Do nothing, say nothing. Toss it back. Bend down and grab the ball. It's warm from sitting in the sand on this beautiful day. I just love how she's wearing a really big hat. And, more importantly, spider lilies. Spider lilies. I have spider lilies. Because they're a symbol of death in anime. So they're in every anime, obviously. When you give the ball a toss, it arcs beautifully through the air and lands right in Huntress's hand. Not bad, stranger. She's so cute. Look at her. Hey, Kaio. Huntress's muscles ripple as she grips it in her hands. The descriptions on this are cringe, from what I remember. You look her up and down and consider what it might be like to be held tightly in those strong arms. Warm, perhaps. Maybe a little sweaty, but that's okay. It's natural. The fuck? Try hard much? Blech. Spirit. Jeez. They're speaking directly to you, but you can't, but fuck. Still can't bring yourself to reply. You're entranced. When you snap out of it, you realise that everyone has gone back to the volleyball court. The game has gotten really loud all of a sudden. Bring you down a touch. You couldn't have lilies of any sort if you had cats, you know. That's fair. I mean, I don't have lilies physically. I don't think I would want lilies in the house. They're a bad omen. And then again, you look across the beach at the strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion onto their private beach. Should you be frightened, worried, excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give too much away. But at the same time, damn, they're looking very appealing in their own way, and nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. Don't be scared, Reaper, you were made for this. That's really fucking Dubious way of putting it, Ocean. Geez, if the spooky Ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all going to work out. With no good reason not to, you decide to head over to see what happens next. Seems like you've derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. You derailed the game by showing up, nitwit. Damn, Evan. And I guess you're also a nitwit. Look, it's just best to go with what Trapper says when he says it. That's a policy I hold for pretty much anyone who always seems to have fresh blood on their hands. Hey, don't worry about it. It's just game. Existence, that is. Spirit, please. Besides, you seem a lot more interesting than a silly game. Thank you, Huntress. What's your deal? What brings you here? You mean they're here to do more than distract from me, from my total domination? Trapper, please. Wraith done. Bing Bong's done with that shit. That was Wraith. That sign means he was done with the game too. Either that or he saw a butterfly or something. Look, I don't care why the slack-jawed moron is here. Rude. Bruh. I just want to know, can I kill them or not? No, fuck off, you. You know you can't. At least not yet. Huntress with the axe. Not yet, not yet. You might want to, you know, say something. I didn't get the opportunity, motherfucker. Actually, never mind. There'll be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. But be warned, answer quickly and answer well. For fuck's sake. There's a timed quiz and will be very important later. Oh, shit. Is this a DBD quiz? I can't remember. Hang on. Very important. Or not important in any way whatsoever. Probably that one. I can't remember. You said quiz and must take it seriously. How attractive would you say we are? Say I am average. Just another face in the crowd, another normal, meaningless life in an endless sight. Spirit, fuck off. You quite cute myself, like a chipmunk or a grizzly bear. That's quite the could you imagine a chipmunk grizzly bear? Or a grizzly bear chipmunk? Grizzly bear chipmunk. Grizzly bear chipmunk would be somewhere along the lines of Boo, the space hamster. Miniaturized space hamster. No, he's got a full title. Hang on. This is a D&D reference. Or a Baldur's Gate reference, if you're feeling that way out. So Boo is a miniature giant space hamster. I missed the giant. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Probably strength. Out of those options, at least. Strength would be cool. Strength isn't all about muscle. True strength is up here. Says the man built like a brick shit house. You expect Trapper to point to his head, but instead he taps to one of his bulging shoulders. Specifically these muscles. Nobody gives a shit about your calves. I mean, you're right, my guy. What's your best subject in school? Math, actually. It's the only thing that makes sense when you think about it. What's your favourite animal? I'm sorry, out of this, it's dog. I love cats, but dog. Is a mustelid what I think it is, though? Yeah. Like weasels, badgers, otters, etc. You look absolutely adorable in a little puppy mask. Thank you, Huntress. I think so, too. What's your favourite colour? Green. Well, I suppose 3-day-old corpse would be green. Nobody would expect me to pick this, so I'm going to say 3-day-old corpse. That's a pretty edgy answer, right? And pretty dangerous. We talk about corpses, no biggie. Those are no good to me unless they've been frozen. You'd be surprised by how quickly good meat can spoil, or maybe you wouldn't be surprised. I'm still getting to know you. What's your dream job? Astronaut. Obviously. Every time someone casually mentions space, I did it in someone's stream the other day that wasn't Z. Like, I feel like I do it in Z stream now for the bit, because Z brings it up every time, and it's delightful that I like space. And I did it to somebody else. I think I did it to in Laura's stream. I think Mikey might have said something. And I was like, did somebody say space? It'd be pretty amazing to be an astronaut, I think. It's hard to imagine being farther away from anyone than floating in space. The cold, inky vastness of nothing forever. Best flavour of ice cream? Pistachio. Hot, vanilla, if we're going to be like that. My favorite flavor is pain. Same. Mine is vanilla, swirled with pain. Good for you, Wraith. I think mint chip is the greatest flavor I ever conceived myself, but enough about ice cream, am I right? Pistachio is the best ice cream. Oh, rather, pistachio makes really good gelato, which I know is almost the same, but it's not quite. Hold on a second, this reminds me, I am right, always. It's a lesson you should learn before we go too much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip. Oh. We're teaching lessons now, narrator. You rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule on this island, even for faceless voices. Tell me what's the best flavor of ice cream? Vanilla. You got a reading comprehension problem? Kind of, actually. I just told you mint chip was where it's at. You almost bought yourself a game over there, buddy. That's right. I can end your life when I want to. I'm in control, so don't you forget it. If I say you like mint chip, you like mint chip. Now try it again. No, I refuse. A rebel, eh? It's in my name, not in my dating sim. You have to understand it feels very good to end someone else's game. You should try it sometime. I don't want to say mint chip because it's not. Oh, fuck, we're here again. Mint chip is not the answer. Mint chip is wrong. Because I can't eat chocolate. But equally, I just don't like mint flavored ice cream. I pressed the wrong one, but that was funny. Pineapple is getting a primate. Anywho, now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants you to start getting to know that. Papa, I pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on this whole island. I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith. I'm Wraith. I have nothing else to... I'm nothing like everyone else. I thought you said nothing else to say. Look at him. Fancy boy. Like nice people and love big dumb idiots. Hey, what's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. Look, she's got like glass. And then there's a chunk of thigh missing under here. Don't really hate most things either. It's not worth my time, but the things I do hate, I really hate, you know? Based on my personal observations, life is nothing but suffering and society is carefully calculated lie. Keep everyone subservient to those in power. Better to choose just not take part. It's like she was downright murdered by society. She hates it so much. Wasn't she? Wasn't that part of her story? Oh no, wait, I'm remembering Spirit's story now, and that's almost exactly what happened. I'm pretty sure she was... Where's the law paragraph, please? Yeah, a quick skim of the law. It sounds like one person, but it can't have just been one person, surely. Anyway. Huntress, don't let these bombers get you down. Lots of fun to be had on this island, along with lots of love. That's sweet. I love her. Thank you for the full shrine. And there is... yeah, there is, if you know what I mean. Fucking hell, Trappy creep. I should have tried to stretch and drink at the same time. That was unfortunate. Grow up. Get him told, Spirit. Grow a body. You explained 1,000 times. I'm dead, but I'm not a literal ghost. I just create a trail of fog. I'm not made of it. Whatever, fog body. That's not nice. He's not nice. You live it. Only sometimes. You really? That's disgusting. That's why she likes it. Don't speak for me. I also hate it. Get him, Huntress. Stop speaking entirely, actually. The first time I agree with Ray. Let's move on, otherwise they'll do this all day. Besides, if I know this crew, and I do, they'll want to show off soon enough. If we're done playing, let's do something else instead. I know, for once I actually agree with the meathead. Say we go to my yacht. It's a massive boat docked nearby. We give everyone a taste of true luxury and power. Are we trying to imply he's rich because he has... Like, he's a Macmillan, the estate map, even though the estate is, like, busted. Wraith rolls his eyes. Don't mind him, he just hates fun and happiness. Yeah, but you're just being a douche. No, I hate the endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuit of wealth, the way it's flaunted needlessly, and the cruelty it engenders. What about hanging out by the pool? Find the water calming, simple, beautiful. What about our volleyball game? Exercise and have some fun as a group. I love her. She's like, let's go! You all serious? There's a perfectly good lounge to chill out at right now. I didn't read that properly. I'm tired, and besides, I hate being in the sun. Where do you want to go? I feel like I want to stay playing volleyball because Huntress suggested it. You should finish it. I love to play outdoors. I also love to meet new people. She's so delightful. I also love to bring them home to play. Sort of a big kid at heart. Obviously you are too. I like you already. She's cute. I hate people who are too serious. They ruin everything. I love her so much. Well, they do if you don't handle them swiftly. Hold on, like, Claudette and Dwight are here. Look at these motherfuckers. For just one moment. Wow, no, they finish each other's sentences. You're like a shit version of Team Rocket. Dwight and Claudette are activities coordinators. They're also cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. They're the only help remaining on the island. This place we call Murderer's Island. Cue dramatic musical flourish. None of the others survived. Survived the interview process, I mean. Hence why we shall heretofore refer to them as survivors with a capital S. These two have worked here a long time, so very long. I don't actually know how long it's been. Sorry. Anyway, I should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They sure look happy, but they're vibrating with nervous energy that is starting to give me the creeps. I don't understand what's going on with these poses, but sure. We will now escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future we recommend waiting for us to present you with your options whenever possible, and don't just run off to various activities unsupervised. We waited! I was presenting my options, I made my choice, I was talking to Huntress. Leave me alone. Don't have much autonomy around here. The least you can do is allow us to do our job. The most you could do is help us to get over this island. Right. Pardon me, please follow us. Hey, narrator. Hey, narrator. Something I can help you with? Those two, Claudette and Dwight, did they just start to mention something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Escape? Them? Oh, no, 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 no. I think you're mistaken. It seemed like Dwight was asking for help to get off the island, though. Oh, right, that. Yes, that's true, he was, but he just meant that he wants to get to the other vacation island getaway. A couple miles south of here. It has much fancier accommodations than this island. Sounds like bullshit to me. One of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out. Very luxurious. Doesn't quite have the charm of this island that this island has, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all that money comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off you go. Time for an activity. On this island, your decisions matter, mostly. When I agree with them. Not like that other island. What'll it be? I already picked! What the fuck is this? So exciting to have someone else into athletics. And I'm not into athletics. Oh, I nearly responded that far too quickly. I'm not into athletics, Huntress. I just wanted to spend time with you. Wow, it's so exciting. Spirit and Wraith are so boring, and Trapper is so predictable, relying on brute strength to win games. He has no respect at all for grace and skill. I don't know, Trapper. The way I play Trapper. Thank goodness you didn't choose the yacht. What kind of person wants to be sitting duck in the middle of the open ocean? You're just asking for a sneak attack from an elk. From an elk in the ocean? Wondered how long it would take for her to bring up an elk attack. Game's starting up again. Make sure you're watching close. She's amazing, Nora. Elk don't swim. Live in the forest long enough and you'll see an elk swim, believe you me. Cheer for me, cute stuff. She's adorable. Resume their place on the volleyball court and resume the match they were playing before you arrived. Healthy lemonade, I see you working up a thirst eyeing those bouncing buns playing volleyball. My god, Claude. So fresh, so tight, she leans in and whispers in your ear. Who would you bet on to win? Who's the MVP of your little Huntress? You don't want any of these killers to hear you talking about them or not talking about them if you're into that sort of thing. What? Pick someone, please. It's not like we have all day, night, week, month, year, lifetime, eternity, or anything. You put sand in that guy's shorts. See, sheesh. This is just Dwight behavior, Ocean. Huntress. Huntress overheard you. Look at her! She's so sweet! Flattered you think I'm good, but honestly, I'm a little annoyed that I've been so flashy with my moves. Usually I'm so sneaky that you can barely see me at all. Huntress is totally kicking my butt. Correct answer. I'm allowed to spot the other people on the island, right? Oh, geez. I have no idea what the rules are here. Are there even rules? I should have stayed in my secret Larry. My secret Larry. Bing bong. It's a tie. Can there even be a tie in volleyball? No one knows, since this is everyone's first time playing. These killers don't usually have time for team sports amid their busy schedule of brutally tearing survivors to shreds. Claudette crying? You okay, Claudette? Probably just shedding a tear for her lost fellow survivors. You know, this resort had 4 employees when it opened. I'm pretty sure it was Claude, Dwight, Jake, and Meg. Those are the core 4, aren't they? It's nothing. I'm totally fine. Whatever you say, boss. Oh, look. The killers have dispersed and are all cooling down in their own way. Spirit is reading a novel. Trapper is stretching sensually in between chainsaw curls. Wraith is standing on the beach desperately hoping that the sand will swallow him up. And Huntress is doing some target practice with her bloodied hatchet. You feel a nudge. Dwight is looking at you expectantly. Like every Dwight standing in your peripheral vision like, heal me. You should really make a move. Life is short. You could get snuffed out at any time of day. Cape diem, cape PM, cape nowem, you idiot. Go ahead, chat one of them up. Which killer caught you? Huntress. We're sticking on the Huntress. After all, it's this whole sporty hangout thing was her idea. Might as well see how she's doing. You were really great out there. Where'd you learn to move like that? Whose moves? My moves? These moves? They're nothing. She's funny. Huntress blushes a bit from beneath her mask. It's cute on cute, if you ask me. Sometimes you gotta look past some bloodstains. I honestly didn't even realize she had blood on the bunny mask. A lot of men have run for their lives in my presence. You really learn a lot about what the human body is capable of in those scenarios. I love to exercise. In a way, we're all running for our lives when we keep in shape. Jesus. I guess I never thought of fitness that way. Maybe it's time to start. You never know who is coming for you through the brush. As fast as they can, propelled forward by hunger, desperation, or just plain old boredom. Doesn't seem like boredom is going to be your problem surrounded by all of these characters. Survival, on the other hand. You're going to need to compensate for your lack of killer instinct. What's your style? Imagination. What I lack in fitness, I try to make up for in imagination. I like to make up little games for myself to play. My imagination is very vivid. You can imagine the two of us... Please, Huntress. Panting, sweating, our clothes torn. I'm with you. Our hands gripping the sheer face of a cliff's rock wall as we climb. Not exactly where I was going, but sure. Up to a cavern entrance. A dark cave, slick with dew, shimmering in moonlight. I am back with you. A pack of wolves awaits us there. Friends, enemies, dinner. We look into each other's eyes, then back at the wolves, and together we all howl. It sure sounds exciting. My blood is pumping just thinking about it. Damn. Come on, everyone. The fun and games can't be over already. I get it. Volleyball, not ruthless enough. Look at us. We crave action. We crave excitement. We crave the thrill of the hunt. I crave violence. Hello. How you doing? Oh, hello, hello, as you put. I want to say Myra. Brain is not braining with main names today. But hello, hello. It's time to see if our friends here, if our friend here has the hunters into if I have no self-preservation skills right now, Anna. Honestly, I saw you surveying me like prey on the volleyball court. What? Huntress waves a bloody axe in the air, and you step back nervously before you realise she's not waving it at you, she's handing it to you. She's sharing her toys! Don't worry, I've got several of these. It's important to hone your skills, especially when you're in a new place where threats may lurk around every corner. You need to make sure that you are the biggest threat of all. Just don't aim those things at me. You can't even see me. If I could aim at you, narrator, I would. Minigames consist of 2 parts. On top, a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction. At the bottom... Oh, it's like the skill checks. Bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. Sometimes the target is immediately visible, sometimes it's hidden until the pointer arrives. Press the spacebar to stop... Yeah, because spacebar is the usual skill check button in DBD too. One of the target fail to land on the target. I'm guessing I'm aiming for within this, not necessarily there's going to be a big circle, but maybe. Like a great skill check. To achieve perfect success, land on the start of the target area, not the end. That's fair. Which player would you like me to repeat that? Ready, let's go. Away we go. What? It let me go around again. Oh shit, too early. Not bad. It keeps getting faster. Too early. A worthy opponent. She likes me. But who's keeping score? Could have been better, but who's keeping score? I mean, for the record, I am. You got 4 points. Screw you, narrator. Hatchet throwing. Cool, I guess. I like my stabbing to be more up close and personal. Yeah, you have a mangled machete. So, somewhere a loud horn blows and the survivors snap into action. Time's up. You heard him. Get to the next activity. We're having scheduled fun. Fuck it. I don't like being here. Seems like the next activity is mealtime? How quite. You're expecting what? Capture the flag? You know how complicated it is to run a game like that. Much more so than sitting and talking. Arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fancy epic like you'd find on cable. Yeah, but Evan's here. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's a very limited seating directly around you. And oh, great. Terrific. It seems like everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is that they... they don't want to sit next to certain other people either. That no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. Oh, here he is, look. I told you he was in it. Oh yeah, Trickster's here. Surprised? Well, yeah, well, they don't call him... expected... I hate that. I'm sorry, even I get nervous around crowds, and my whole shtick gets a little flustered. Look at him, though. Good God, sir. Yeah, I have this outfit in, DBD. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit next to each other. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they sit by side. Huntress and Trapper as a combination makes sense, though, like in 2v8. Because... logistically, look at this, we can't fit everyone on screen at the same time. You probably think it was an error, but it's not. It's completely intentional. That'd be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side, the rest of them will sit opposite you. I get all the space. Huntress and Trapper sit at the ends with their enormous sexy arms. Now that's everyone seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully, with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. Hope you all enjoy. We really, really hope you do. You didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat. Seasoned with a specific number of special herbs and spices that we simply cannot divulge. My favourite. Meat is good. Meat is good. Meat is murder. Wraith, please. Which, you know, considering what you've been up to, who are you to get judgy now? I'm just sharing facts. You need to murder something to eat its meat, so that's, like, technically true. Technically true is the best kind of true. Evan, you absolute idiot. Okay, enough yapping, let's eat. You thinking what I'm thinking? It's gonna be a person on that spit. It's gonna be a person on that spit, right? Several parts of overlapping people. What? I wasn't thinking it till you said it. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know? Oh no. When you look closely at the spit, you spot that what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? It took 12 hours. This took 12 hours. Fuck you, Claude. We do literally everything on this island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meat. Wow, he's right for a change. Because I am, with my broad axe, perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. First, who says twain? She does, asshole. Sometimes I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. Imagine that, Trapper. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked. No blood. Oh, God. No. Oh. Stretching again. You two in your ridiculous bicep swinging contest. Enough. Grow up. Yeah, I knew which dress you mean. Because, Spirit's wearing a robe. Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option. Obs. The hell it is. Oh, God. So you both make katana and send you to hell if you'd like. To actual hell if you'd like. Please stop. I hate when we fight or talk, or even when we look at each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Azarov. Yes, but that's a hammer, not a slicing thing. Instead of slicing it up, you can club it to a second death. I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up Felix. I mean dinner. Maybe I was wrong. Felix is here. Otherwise, this will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They've argued over who had the most effective weapons for 72 hours straight. It doesn't matter which one does. When they're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapon, all while explaining the value of maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason, they're always terrified of tetanus. Why don't you let me carve up dinner? Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to get cold. He hated when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Oh god, we've got another minigame. Is this the same instructions as before? Yeah. Away we go. Let me move my... Point fake. Yeah. Did it. I'm like hard concentrating right now. On the minigame. It's pretty good. I'd like to see what you can do with a less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb. Dinner is finally served. For real. Sounds, especially coming from the mask killers while they eat, which involves lifting their masks and shoving food up behind them, are nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to really be embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell, I mean. Come on, we're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mysteries come easy? Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they'd just tried to mash stuff through there. Why is my reading comprehension shit today? Why aren't you hungry? The two best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about it, Reaper. Number two is no number two. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. I mean, she's got a point. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed I but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in a spectral form. Yeah, like her left forearm is sliced, and you can see the slice. Her right thigh, and I think her left calf, if I remember rightly. Do you see how deep this cut on my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Between the food and the behaviour group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them? Look at this stuff! Isn't it neat? No, not Jonah in my brain. You ever see a seagull that big? I haven't. That's incredible. Anyway, what were we talking about? My voice is going. Lame misdirect. Yeah, she's right. Pretty lame. Own who you are. Never compromise. Didn't you just wash up on an island with no memory of who you are and how you got here? Yes, you did. Poor thing. You have no idea the last time you ate a real meal, and you've been standing in the sun.
Pika pika!
Pika pika! But the seagull... Uh-oh, he just made a lot of good points. I swear, you're beginning to feel lightheaded. It waved at me. Maybe you need to eat to survive here. Either that or someone's poisoned you. No, wait, you haven't eaten, so you can't be poisoned. Whatever the answer is, you're clearly about to pass out. Oh, hey, it's me again. The ocean. It's me, your boy, the ocean. Your friend, mentor, and guide, narrator to the narrator, the ocean. Not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you can pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths. Oh my god. Many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something even worse. Starting scenes over and having to fast forward back to where you were, am I right? For this place holds many secrets, even from itself. But the one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that and you'll learn the truth. I like this little blah, 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 with the light lines. The ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious. I gotta give it up to the ocean character. This ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. That was pretty fucking good, actually. Hold on. I'm back. One more piece of advice. You've made many choices by now. Not really made many. Some of them I liked. Some of them I did not. It is in your best interest to make more choices that I like. But narrator 2 is being a dick. Don't give me another game over. Okay. I was about to get really upset. You wake up to find Huntress holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cool water into your mouth. You're okay. Sometimes when I try and care for people, they have a way of ending up less alive than when I started. Oh, Huntress, honey. Which would be a total bummer if that happened to you. Been so long since I had a normal, healthy, happy, normal, happy, healthy, living person around. There we go. Usually I'm just falling into the same routine of smashing everyone's heads open with a hatchet before I really get to know who they are as a person. But you're not nearly as scared or too busy writhing in pain to see me for me. She's so cute. I love her. Feel nervous in her arms. Not because they're maybe crushing you a little bit, but because she's beautiful. There she is. Yes, beautiful, but I was just gonna narrate that fact, not, say it out loud as a single word like some creep. Beautiful. Mask. Your bunny. Given what she was saying, and given I've just woken up from being unconscious, it's not unreasonable for it to just be a single word sentence. Quite gorgeous. Nice recovery, but now that you're awake and talking, you gotta keep this up. You make it yourself. You're the first person to harass me. Yes, I did. You seem so quirky and cool. You could do anything. Own an Etsy store, be a doctor. Why is it that you kill people? I don't think Huntress could be a doctor. An Etsy store with all the fun little handmade things, probably. Huntress sighs. You can practically see the memories flickering across her eyes. But she hasn't tried to kill you yet, so that's a good sign. It was all I was ever taught to do as a young girl, so I thought it was right. Even through the mask, you can see that Huntress is blushing a little bit. Seems like your line of questioning has made her a little nervous. You didn't eat much at dinner. Want a snack? She offers you some jerky. Probably human jerky. But her spice game is on point because it smells damn good. Eat the fucking human jerky, the human meat. When on Murderer's Island, you might as well eat as the killers do. Plus, you really are hungry. And you can chow down on jerky centrally, right? Jerky is... no. Don't be an idiot. I'd love some. After a moment of quiet chewing on what you choose to believe is not human thigh meat, you decide to be bold and ask another question. You ever been in a relationship before? That's such a fucking random question to pull out of the back pocket. Huntress takes a moment to think deeply before answering. I must say, it's quite amusing to see this hulking bombshell get all twisted up about these personal questions. Kudos to you. There was this one deer that looked at me quite provocatively in a clearing once, but that doesn't count, does it? You hear the faintest giggle bubble out from behind Huntress's mask. I mean, her mouth's not covered. Why are we... I just realised the only person with a mask that is obstructing of the mouth is Trapper, because his thing goes like round his mouth. But at the same time, his mouth is still exposed. I'm just... the logic suddenly went out the window. She does have full mask outfits. She isn't wearing a full mask now. She's wearing the bunny mask, which is a half mask. You're so cute, Huntress. No, it doesn't count. What's this? You found something in the sand. Huntress reaches down to pick it up. It's a hair clip. Probably left by some little girl who was playing on the beach long ago, who is definitely still alive and not at all dead. Huntress closes the bag of jerky with the hair clip. Seems like she's a little mixed up on how exactly this particular item works. I mean, it does the job. Go with the flow, show off some of your knowledge of advanced humaning. Go with the flow, let her do what she wants. Huntress is admittedly a little scary. It might be best not to correct her at this moment. What if she gets upset? She could probably kill you with nothing more than the clip itself, wielded as a blade in her nimble fingers. Probably. But honestly, would she even need the clip? Certainly her bare hands are enough to get the job done. You take a gulp thinking about just how fragile your puny little neck is. Look at the size of her arms, man! Also, between the fainting human jerky and the probably dead girl's hair clip, you feel ready to get back to the group and have a lie down. Good thinking. Wouldn't want that jerky to dry out. I hate to break this to you, but never mind. Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you and you quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on this strange island. It's these two. Only to find that it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which they're waving in the air above their heads. It's very important we stick to the itinerary. Trust Dwight to be that guy and attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for keep flirt points was not part of the evening's activities. That's strictly slotted for after campfire story time, and at this rate we'll be late. Playing sick? No, I was... no time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after what comes after the flirt. What? I hate you. Once everyone has gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. I'm not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry, hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means we're behind on time for evening activities. We only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story? But story time is my favourite activity. It's a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share? How will we decide who? I will choose. Oh great, we have to decide as a group. That never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Voice trebling, you realise this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry everyone, I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. It's been there before. Even though it's taking some pressure off of me, which is an absolute dream come true, is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anything here ever happened on schedule, even once? Damn it, Donald, if you were to flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so quick, and then I'll drown you in his blood, Cynthia. Fuss and Muss are back on. You two know I love to hack, slash, and slice. We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. Okay, nobody. It's switched. That's fucking amazing. But we still gotta get started on story time. So, who do you think should go? Please pick somebody quickly so this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. Huntress! Obviously! We biased! Summoning her like a Pokemon. The entire experience has been carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will ya? Huntress steps up to tell her story. Campfire flickers in her faraway eyes. There is a village outside the deep and Start zooming to go on. Thank you for the village bank. There is a village outside the deep and ominous redwood. No child dares step foot past the threshold of thick trees and brush that separated safety from the unknown. Grown men that ventured in often would never return. Oh boy, and the sounds that that echoed out into the village were something inhuman. The women of the town told a story to the young children, hoping that it would be enough to dissuade them from curious exploration beyond the boundaries of the village. They told of a creature that lurks in the woods, half woman, half beast, singing like a siren, haunting, beautiful, her voice, the last relic of her humanity. It lulls all who hear into her domain, and not precocious child, nor fierce soldier can escape once you are in her clutches. Brain could not fucking sentence that right. Those who've seen her say she wears a mask of hair stained with blood of so many poor souls. The hatchet she wields has been brought down brutally on the skull of many an unsuspecting hunter. The nightmare doesn't end there. For what's a hungry beast to do in the frigid winters with nothing but hunter meat to live off of? It is said that the huntress, as the villagers call her, couldn't bring herself to kill young girls she came across in the forest. Instead, they'd suffer an even worse fate. Longing for a child of her own, she'd bring them back to her secluded cabin to keep them safe. She'd wrap a tight cord of rope around their necks and affix them to the wall. That way, they'd be warm. That way, they'd be out of harm's way. The huntress would even bring the girls presents, toys she pilfered from other bodies, masks she fashioned out of other things from the cottage, and little dolls made of grass and twigs. But these toys did nothing to quell the children's fear. Oh, she's crying! Within days, the girls would waste away from starvation and dehydration. For all her good intentions, the huntress had never learned how to care for a human child. You see a tear creep down from underneath Huntress's mask. Suddenly, the most beautiful singing voice you've ever heard fills the air. I'm pretty sure... Yes, this is Huntress's lullaby. So Huntress's lullaby is based on a Russian lullaby. And in DBD, I'm pretty sure it's just the humming of the tune. I don't think there's any words in it, but it does have words. And these are the words. Or some of the words, at least. Seek my time. This is literally what she's humming as she's hunting people. Sleep, my darling tiny one, tucked within your bed so tight, else the old grey wolf will come and grab you by your side. There's a moment of brief silence, and you feel the need to contribute to the stirring moment. Join in. He'll snatch you up between his teeth if on the bed's edge you sleep, and drag you to the forest deep beneath the quaking tree. I just can't believe you know this song. You share an intimate glance across the campfire. So close your eyes and fall asleep. Count the little woolly sheep, tucked so tightly you must keep, or he will come for you. Yeah, it's dark and scary lullaby. As most lullabies are, honestly. The song ends and you're both met with silence around the campfire. I love that song. Bayushka. The old Soviet lullaby, right? I'm pretty sure it's got another name. The song my mother used to sing to me before bed every night. But now I must go. These memories, they are so much. Oh, she's gonna go have a little cry. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit so they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. True moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all of 7 seconds because Trickster shows up and blaring his latest song. Of course he is. You look lonely. Mind if I join you? Trickster, please. Doesn't wait for an answer. You know, I've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want to hear something from a... I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. My god, the ego on this man. Something special those in charge of the island don't want you to hear. I'm the ultimate catch on this island. Blah, blah, blah.
Despite your relationship with the...
Go away, you date burglar. Who are you talking to, Trickster? I'm confused. The only lobster in the ocean of sardines. In an ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me. Fucking... What? Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of his cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Huntress approaches. Mommy! He is like interrupting Badger. You're right. Of course you like my story. Who wouldn't? It had everything. Cute kids, dead men, a huntress. I mean... It had the one important thing. True. I find that all stories are better with the sound of burning fire filling the air around you. The fire effects are very good. All the smoke, however, I could do without. I'd rather eat barbecue than smell like it. Let's rinse off all that campfire with a dip in the hot tub shower. Look at her. How could you say no to that little face? Dipping in hot tubs with the huntress? You've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow her and offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk. Off we go. Huntress time. You and your storyteller friend slip into the water. I just realised this game is not a game with the opportunity to have something to nibble on. So you're just gonna have to wait a moment while I nibble. Just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from the ocean into the pool, you're also pretty sure your killer companion could handle it. I bet she could. I bet she'd wrestle a shark for me. And I'd love her all the same. I like sharks too. And frogs. I'm just gonna list things off. I like space. Primarily. But sharks, frogs. Frogs mostly because they're stereotypically green. Listing things off so I don't have to skip. And I can eat my snack. Rubber ducks. Well, collectible ducks. Did you know? Random fun fact I learned. Eddie Munson. To Stranger Things. Eddie Munson is canonically afraid of ducks. Things I learned from TikTok. There's a book. Like, I've got the Rival Robin book. And there's another book called The Dustin Experiment. Apparently there's lots of Eddie in it. Including the fact that he's afraid of ducks. He has anatidiphobia? I feel like I said that wrong. Translation, please. Break that down for me to pronounce. If that's the phobia of ducks, yes. Phobia that somehow a duck is watching you. Oh, that's beautiful. I think having read the comments, there's something going on and somebody has a duckling. Yes, the word Pip wrote. Somebody has a duckling and Eddie freaks out. It's just unfortunate that the book right now is like £18. Anatidiphobia. I love how you even did phobia. But that's how I said it. I just said it really disjointed. Also, I'm eating a wagon wheel, which I realise is chocolate, but my blood sugars are freaking out. Anatidophobia. And a tie-dye or on a tie didn't. All good? Oopsies. Feels like that music that you just clicked to. Anyway, before you run off, I wanted to make something clear. You know the half woman, half beast I was talking about in my story? That's me. I'm her. Shocking. How cool! That's really awesome. Thanks for being vulnerable and telling such a personal story. Oh, shyly twirls hair. I don't have any money, twirls hair. That's Jonah twice. The back of my brain is clearly just Jonah Scott. Tell the truth, what did you think of my tale? Do I have makings of a best-selling author such as comedic mastermind Dostoevsky? It was a really well-told narrative, clear beginning, middle, and end. Riveted from the start, plus the woman in the forest, I mean you, are clearly not a true villain. You were just a traumatized child. Now you're just being a sucker. She was just a traumatized child! It's anatidophobia. Anatidophobia. Well, yeah, I suppose it could work either way. I'm just out of curiosity, is there a phobia of tie-dye? That randomly struck my brain. Huntress's eyes leer at you from behind her mask. She's had her time in the spotlight and is playing coy now. Oh, chuckle. You chuckle awkwardly as Huntress's statement of the obvious. Why are you laughing? I can't help but giggle when I'm both about to die and also maybe falling in love. Can't believe how awkward this intimidating woman seems right now. It's actually pretty endearing. You notice the temperature has dropped significantly despite your steamy company. It's a little chilly and your bare shoulders must be freezing. Let's head back to fire and put me to bed, eh? It probably fall under chromophobia. It was chromophobia. Get to intrude on whatever smooth moves were about to unveil themselves, but it's time for bed. Usually nighttime is when I do my best hunting. After a day like today, even I'm pretty tuckered out. Will I see you tomorrow? Obviously. Only if I don't see you first. Easy motherfucker. There is a die anxiety? Oh my god. I mean, that makes sense. Like, you mean a cute little bow hunt? You make a cute little bow hunting motion, and my hair has just ended up under my headset, tickling my ear. Get the fuck out of it. Oh, I really need to cut my hair. I keep saying this, and then I don't. Maybe, do you want to help give me a jellyfish haircut when I visit if I don't cut it all off before then? Ow. Fucker. Are you streaming today, Pippi? Sorry, I'm trying to sort out my hair because it could piss me off otherwise. Oh, clip. Oh. Yeah. While I'm doing my hair, it's story time. I got myself a silk silk satin pillowcase. Try and switch up having to wear a bonnet. Because my skin has been clearing up quite nicely, actually, from wearing a bonnet. So we've now got a pillowcase that looks white, but it's got like a let's say mermaid scale finish to it. Like oil slick, but more pearlescent and ethereal. I think that's a good description. But yeah, Pippi, when you streaming? That was 2 questions for Pippi. Pippi, do you want to help me do a jellyfish cut? When you streaming? I had another question and I can't think of what it is now. Is your resub notification thing not working? Because I resubbed last night and it didn't do anything. I wanted the serotonin. Or have you turned it off? I mean, if you've turned it off, that's all well and good. The bot did. Oh, did you see it? I didn't see it. I clearly got distracted. Oh, were you in ads, Pippi? I'm sorry. Okay, good. I clearly didn't hear the serotonins. Was there a sound? Or did it just say? I resubbed for the noises and for the fact that ads were pissing me off. And I don't know why. Oh, it did in Discord? I didn't even think to check Discord. Pippi, we should really go through your whacking great list of to-dos. I mean, says me, I'm a fucking hypocrite over here. Anyway, you make a cute little bow hunting motion. Huntress catches the imaginary arrow, you shoot her in her teeth, then bites down hard, snapping it in half. At least you think that's what she's doing. It's kinda hard to tell. Good night, my little snack. Oh, snack. Sure that wasn't a reference to actually eating. I mean, it could be. And I'd let her do that. Like, if I become dinner to Huntress, fine. Head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. Looking into the cackling embers. Cackling embers just makes me think of calcifer. You think about Huntress's story of the half-human beast that abducted all those innocent children, an attempt to save them that led to their doom. Are you a mistaken prisoner here on the island? Is this your salvation, or will it be your demise? Before you can dwell too much on your fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive, their now familiar creepy smiles stretching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that lit by firelight. Creeps. I just apologise for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're going to make you comfortable, or die trying. Hand over a pillow and a blanket, and welcome you to snuggle by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease. Just try to keep the volume to a minimum. Our other guests aren't the types who'll want to rob of their beauty sleep. Minigames. What are we minigaming this time? This here upcoming minigame is a special minigame, perfect for the less coordinated, because there is no winning or losing. Well, not technically. Wherever the pointer stops that's your result. I suppose if it doesn't stop where you want it to, that's a bit like losing, but no one has to know if you don't tell them. Ready to play it, or would you like me to repeat? Ready. Here we go. Relax and look into the fire. The radio begins to fuzz and flicker. You imagine it. You examine it. Decide that you might adjust the dial and fix it. Why can't I read? Oh boy. Sure, 88. Let's see what's on this station. Oh, I have to pick another one. Let's go with Pips. There's nothing going on this one. Yes! No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepier. Who would you like to summon to your side as you lay by fire? Huntress! Obviously! I'm wondering if I could get a little company. Huntress appears in an instant. You really didn't hear her coming. She's more than happy to tell you her secret for falling asleep when she's feeling restless. Why is there a lump in it? If a Soviet lullaby doesn't work, this special mushroom tea has always done the trick. When I'm not coating the blade of my hatchet in it to ease the passing of my victims, I'm steeping it in a piping hot mug of water. My God! You finally start to feel sleepy, except maybe this isn't really a sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed. Try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. That voice from earlier speaks to you again. You shouldn't still be as spooky by now. You've had a whole day of strange voices in your head, but this one is still undeniably odd. Really worked up a sweat watching those killers toss the ball around, huh? Would it have hurt so much to go splash around in some cool ocean waves afterwards? I'm just saying. I'm out here, you know. Suddenly, whoa. You're awake suddenly to see someone looming over you. Is it fucking Trickster? I know it's Spirit. When you wake up, you find Spirit sitting beside you, reading a warm paperback. Hey, what? Clearly she has noticed that you're awake, but she hasn't actually looked at you. Seems like she's pretty focused on that book. It seems like forever as she stares at the page before finally shutting the book and setting it down. Oh, look at you. Thank you for the gift sub. Here you go, PP. Gift sub for PP. Yeah, never mind. I saw you with Huntress right before bedtime. I wouldn't tell you how to live your life, but if you ask me, you could do a lot better. Fucking spirits jelly. Completely by accident, I even saw them over here. It's not like I was looking out for you or anything. You had questions, but I was foraging for spell components. What were your questions? My questions were, do you want to help cut my hair when I visit? And I've forgotten what the rest were. Cut my hair. The one was about your sounds for subs, but then there was a second question. What was the second question? I can't remember what the second question was. Oh, when are you streaming? I think might have been the second question. This was simply the best reading night, and the text in my books is very, very fine print, so it's tough to read in the dark. Don't get the wrong idea. What did you do yesterday? I was asleep at the start of your stream yesterday. You know, like it sounded like someone was in my house. Oh, it's sunny. I think there might be a way, but I can't remember. Probably best to communicate that in her Discord because she seems to be in and out. This is some. I get the wrong idea. You and I are obviously manning our own business types, not a phony lookout for each other as an excuse for being nosy types. But well, since you're here and I'm here. Fair enough. Talking to people about, like, how life is a vine and if and we eat of the fruits but forget to replenish, and whilst I was doing that I was kind of like putting a little spell jar together. If that's what you want to do, it's your channel, it's your content. Maybe we've got other things in common, who knows. Just a sec. No, if you've muted things in Discord, it will mute them on your stream. You need to turn Discord down on your stream for sure, because people are always way louder than you are. We spent a bit more time together tomorrow. We might find that, I don't know, we get along. And by get along, I mean exist simply and comfortably without feeling any burning desire to assassinate the other person. Oh no, whatever. I don't even care. Bye. Good night and sweet dreams to you too, I guess. Finally alone for real this time. Maybe you drift off to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. Where are we? This isn't... Oh geez, it is. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to the camera. I think today went really well. These were some of my first interactions with someone who isn't a parent that didn't end in bloodshed or untimely perishing in my Russian cottage. So I'm counting today as a win no matter what happens. What do I think of the newcomer? Do I have to say? Oh, I do. Attractive, mysterious. I really don't know that many other words since I was raised by my mum in the woods until she was skewered by an elk and I had to wash her entrails off my sarafan. That being said, the other three should make sure to be on their guard. I don't know who this newcomer will want to spend time with tomorrow, but I for one will not let my guard down easily. Who knows about the others? Wraith, I think, knows more than he's letting on about this place, but he's a hard nut to crack. Meanwhile, Spirit is just screaming all the time, major buzzkill. And Trapper, oof, where do I even begin with Trapper? He's buff, sure, but daddy issues much? Sheesh. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat a fine diet of raw deer, bear, and human, and I'm fit as a fiddle. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life. Bless her. I'm being honest, I just want to kill about every person I meet within a minute of meeting them. Even the few people I can tolerate, I want to see suffer for a long time before I kill them. But this person, for some reason, I would like them to continue living, for now. One false step, and well, you know, everyone calls me Trapper for a reason, and they better call me Trapper. I swear, if I watch this later and you list me as Evan, I'm going to kill the Chiron guy. I'm really not sure how I feel about them. On one hand, everyone I cared about has met an awful fate, so it's probably good for them if they just keep ignoring me. On the other hand, there's something about them that maybe could work for my plan, for me. My god, man. You know, I think I learned a lot about myself today. I always thought... I was doomed to be alone for eternity. Only my creeping desire for revenge to keep me company. Goddamn fucking chest. You know, I think... No, we read this already. Now I know it. Welp. You open your eyes, the sun is shining, there is not a cloud in the sky, except there is on this art, and you feel great, totally well rested. You're not even suspicious of the fact that you fell asleep by the campfire but woke up several yards down the beach. Are you on vacation? Was yesterday nothing more than a strange dream? No, not a dream. You really are here for another day. Why? I have no idea. You're obviously a weirdo. Speaking of weirdos, I see the rest of the gang is hanging out on the beach. This is definitely not a dream. I wouldn't rule out a nightmare just yet, though. At least they make for a sexy bunch, no? I'm talking about sexy, here comes Trickster carrying coffee. Fucking Trickster. Thought you might like a nice cup of juice. Set an incredible day off, right? That looks spooky. Seems suspiciously cheerful. I'm sure there's nothing nefarious behind his joyful demeanor. Everyone knows musicians are morning people. I fucking doubt it. I was never a morning person when I was doing music at university. None of us were. All the classes were, well, most of them were specifically scheduled for the afternoon. I also want to wish you luck. Today is an important one. Morning people, my ass. My only regret is that I won't be a bigger part of it. Budgeting issues. Also, I'm just swamped with engagements, especially on the other island. Why was that so loud and painful? Ow! I hear you here. My voice is really going now. Trickster winks at you. If you want to ask him how to reach the other island, now is the time. Never mind, he left. Well, at least he brought me a cup of... Don't drink that. What the hell was that? They don't call him Trickster because he's got on a skateboard. I mean, he might be. He definitely didn't get that name because he brings people drinks so they can have a good morning. That was almost certainly not coffee, and I don't want anyone casually poisoning, imprisoning, or torturing you. Yet. And yet you let Huntress give me tea last night. This is supposed to be a tropical paradise. The place you give a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up review to, not an eternal prison of pain. Please make sure to leave a review. It really helps with the algorithm. Just trust me, I'm looking out for you. So can we please move on? Wait a second. How did a possibly omniscient, possibly unreliable narrator physically just knock that coffee out of your hand? This is not Parliament, and the floor does not recognise the ocean to speak out of turn at this moment. I need no recognition, for I am the ocean. I dominate the land. I submerge those who defy me, and become their watery grave. Actually, speaking of graves, I would like to say something. Something of grave importance. Fine, go ahead. Even if this place is an eternal prison of pain, and I'm not saying it is, even a place of extreme horror can still receive a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 thumbs up review. It was crafted with love and awe. That's the type of thing you're into. You know, the ocean's right. A lot of hard work goes into a place like this. You should really judge it on the artist's intent. And whenever possible, start from the mindset of giving them the benefit of the doubt. Constructing these elaborate stimulations, brain. Vacations is not easy to do. Sometimes there are small bugs or inconsistencies, but that's just the nature of the process. Perfection is overrated. The universe is filled with mysteries. We ought to celebrate those who venture to bare their souls as part of the creative process with the ultimate intent of making things for our enjoyment, not be overly critical of them. You trying to sell me on this place actually being good. You don't have to say it like that, especially after I saved you from that poorly made cup of coffee. Sorry, we should have been here 5 minutes ago. Typical Claude and Dwight. Hiding in the locker, no doubt. They always do this on the second morning. Sad, really. Even if they do make some great points. Oh, sure, they make some great points. I agree. Can we please move on? Yeah, of course. Apologies. Last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your time here on the island? I mean... I'm not suspicious there's no option. Yeah, lovely time. If I were to summarize my time here, I'd call it a lovely time. You love to hear that, because isn't that what this place is all about? Finding love? I mean, sure. No. Shut up, Dwight. You'll get us all killed again. And again. And again. We do need to ask you one more question, though. We all had to sign away our rights to say anything negative about this place. Would you please sign this non-disparagement agreement? No. I will not say anything negative about this island. You have my word that I, Reaper, agree with the terms of this verbal contract. I didn't sign the paper though. Delightful. Excellent. Yes, yes. It's still totally cool if you have constructive feedback. The place to leave that is in the positive review. Is in a positive review. Because we all know that nobody reads negative reviews of games results like this. I read the negative reviews of things. Because I want to know what people are actually bitching about. And unfortunately with Steam, a lot of negative reviews on certain things are just people review bombing and being assholes. Because they don't like a way that something is done. Like, get a grip. Anyway, I see Dwight and Claudette have gone into a trance, and with that, and the grumbling I hear from your belly, that can mean only one thing. Breakfast. Let's go. Perfect timing. Everyone rolls into the dining area to lard up those sexy little bellies with pancakes and bacon, and so much for maintaining those beach balls. We're all half naked in a tropical paradise. Can we get some strawberries here? A yogurt? Magic powers will only get you so far. Even killers watch their sodium intake. Sodium's not bad for you. In moderation. You take your plate and sit down, thinking about yesterday and the whirlwinds. Fuck off. Danger, dread, disorientation. It's like going through puberty again, except all in one day on a beautiful and mysterious island. Looks like you're not the only one doing some introspection though. Trapper stands up to talk about how his day went, in case anyone was wondering. Personally, I wasn't. I'll be honest, I didn't expect you to survive yesterday, so congrats, I guess? Whether you survive today is 50-50 at best. Good luck. Well, that's bizarre. Back to your break note. Now Huntress steps up to talk about her feelings. I feel a stirring inside my animal heart, something I've never felt before. Almost like the feeling right before I go in for the kill, but softer, warmer. I love her. Sounds like it could be love. Or maybe just indigestion from all that raw beef she had last night. Well, that surely must be it. No one else will weirdly stand up during breakfast too, and just like that, here comes Spirit. If I look especially well rested this morning, it's not because I've slept well. As you know, I'm much too dedicated to finding revenge to ever sleep again. But because you all really left me alone yesterday to be my best, non-constantly annoyed self, and I thank you for that. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go back to quietly resenting being trapped here with you all, while looking cute doing so. Guessing Wraith has had enough time to work up the courage to speak in front of a group? Ah, perfect. There he is. Take us home, Wraith. I'm glad the introduction of Reaper to our island paradise, and yeah, that was in quotations, didn't distract me from my normal routine, ignoring all of you and vice versa. This place is an eternal prison of suspicion and suffering, and no one cares. I'm still the only one asking any questions. I'm asking a question too. It's when will Wraith shut up? Now they're all looking at you expectantly. Wait, are you supposed to stand up and explain how yesterday made you feel? I think I need to process everything by myself. I'll see you all soon. Damn, what a power play. Keep them wanting more. You're getting good at this game. The sexy true to life experience. Shame you didn't get any breakfast, but so be it. I don't do breakfast anyway. Ooh. After breakfast, you head to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday it was, in short, a lot. Before you get there, though, something catches your attention. You hear that? Who are you addressing? Me? Well, yeah, I guess. That is okay, right? You know, I might be pursuing a relationship with one of these 4 fine killers, but I feel the person I'm getting to know the most is you, narrator. I'm not romancing narrator, get fucked. It's only okay in so much as it serves to illustrate that you've lost your mind, seeing how I'm not real and all. Yeah, I heard it this time. I think it's coming from the behind the pool shed. No, stick it. Oh god, right, please. Little more. Oh, that's it. Fucking. What? This is uncomfortable. Now I want you to take that and put it right. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Just like that. Exactly like that. I swear I had no idea these two even do whatever it is they're doing. I'm afraid to look. These say something so they know you're close and can hear everything. Wow, look at this super cool bottle of Trickster brand suntan lotion someone left on the chair. Anyone know where I can buy some? Damn it. A little privacy, please. I'm confused as to what they were doing. I didn't know how else to let you know I was here and I could hear you. Well, you know. What do you think we were doing? You were doing... I don't know exactly what you were doing, but it sounded like fun. You think two people trying to find new ways to kill each other in a desperate search to make their own death permanent is fun? What? Thank you for the full shebang. We get 5 minutes to ourselves every day. We spend it hoping if we stab each other in just the right spot, we won't get resurrected. I've come to believe that the key is finding an exact place we need to bleed out from. I believe that place is our appendix. Why else would it be there? Makes sense to me. Did you actually think we were me and him, Dwight? I love her. I don't, but in that moment. You don't have to laugh so hard, they get it. It's still laughing. My life is a nightmare and yet somehow it's never been worse than right now. Let's go, lover boy. I noted all our entry wounds and our 5 minutes is up anyway. Good luck, Reaper, you're going to need it. And hey, if you figure out how to escape this island, please make sure your ghost tells us how. That is both tragedy and comedy, a cragmedy. Why would it be a cragmedy? An awful blend of those. Shut up, I like it. See, knew I was judging. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, you're heading to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday in short was a lot. So far, today has been exhausting too. But you're dedicated to achieving a true centered sense of calm. No drama, no bullshit, just soaking up sun in a heated pool. Today you're on a date with you. Ooh, I like that. I want to be on a date with me. Who would make the first move? And aside from that disturbing thought, all is going to plan until a shadow blocks your precious sun. Spiky tipped, like a palm tree, is bending over to screw with you. What? Like a palm tree is bending over to screw with you. But it's no tree at all, it's Wraith? Oh no, it's this motherfucker. He's not got spiky hair though? Breakfast was weird, huh? Everyone just getting up and announcing how they're feeling. What's that about? Some kind of forced kind of check-in with the group? I don't like it. Fishy. Kind of lazy. Whatever though. Breakfast is done. No one should eat before noon or after 4 PM. What? I do in a miss. Fuck off. No. Intermittent fasting. My guy. I just realized he's got no nips. Do you think that's intentional? He's going on about his abs. They're out on display. You know what? Maybe you can see them later at my private stage on the other island. You know, IP Island, where all the Hollywood celebs hang out. If you play your cards right, I could give you a private show. Catch you around. Abs are pretty amazing. You've got to give him that. And the blow-up bat, threatening but adorable. Makes for an interesting silhouette. Genius design. He's a psychopath, just like the rest of them. You're not going to give him anything. And we're not best friends. Just because we had a little talk about doing a little talking, it's not an open invitation to go smashing the fourth wall every 5 seconds. Okay, now that that guy's gone, and we've got some ground rules established that we're definitely going to abide by, it's time to lay back, take some deep slow breaths, and nope, another shadow. These people will not leave you alone. Let's see who it is this time. Hundreds! That makes sense. You two have gotten pretty cozy. We should get out of here. I know a place that's quiet and out of the way. No one will be able to hunt us, I mean hear us. Doesn't that sound intriguing? But immediately a flood of worry floods your brain. Should you pack a picnic, bring your swimsuit, a pocket knife? You decide to bring as much as you can. You may have to run for it at some point, and you should be prepared. But of course, you washed up on this island with nothing but the clothes on your back. So you've got nothing to gather. Are you really ready for this? I mean, they call her Huntress, not the Hugstress. You look up this towering goddess trying to form a sentence when suddenly, before you can decide if you want to go off with her, the trapper interjects. I demand that you reconsider why settle for a bunny with a hatchet when you can have everything you've ever wanted. Bruh. Tough choice. You weigh your options quickly because you can only go on one date today. You also don't want to be hacked to pieces for saying the wrong thing. Always good to remember that these are cold-blooded killers, but you know that what they say, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. No, when life gives you lemons, you get even! Dave Johnson said so. Trap her is all we do. Oh. And then die a horrible, retching, writhing death after drinking it because the lemons were poisoned all along. Sorry, this island really got me tilted. So who will it be? Life didn't give us lemons. We made lemons. We did this to ourselves. Correct. Lemons didn't exist. Gotta go with Huntress. Eee, she's so cute. I love her. Forest friend, is that a bloody mask? Or are you just happy to see me? I'm just gonna chew. You and Huntress make your way to the secluded beach house. Your heart thrums in your chest. Don't look up thrums. Don't look it up. Thrums is a real word, I swear. Are these nerves of excitement or terror? Isn't it fun to mix the sexy and the horrifying? Thrums is a real word, isn't it? Oh. Huntress is quiet as a mouse as she guides you through the island forest. She's got a little cabin there. You struggle to keep up with her. She moves like a jungle cat, all muscle and silent, leaps across thorny brush. No, that was right. She halts suddenly and you crash into her, having been desperately trying to keep up. You follow her gaze and realize you've arrived. A cabin in the woods. Obligatory in nearly all horror films and stories. And you've come here willingly with a fearsome killer. Great job. The cabin is cozy and something seems off about it. You can't quite put your finger on what it is. Huntress stares at you through her bunny mask, cocking her head to the side as if trying to gauge your reaction to her hideaway. Are you gonna invite me inside? Why do you need an invitation? Are you a vampire? No. Oh. Is it just me or did Huntress seem a little disappointed? Didn't take her for a lover of the fang. But hey, I don't judge. Come on, come in, let's explore. How cute this place is, Jesus. Follow her inside. It's creepy, rickety, and definitely not up to code, but it has a certain homey charm. And it's got modern things in it. Look at the bottles of pop over there. And sunglasses over there. Oh, has she been there's sunglasses and random beach shells, and there's a rubber ducky. She has a rubber ducky, that's important, I've not. I'm pretty sure there's a frog plushie up there too. Quite the decorator. She blushes. She indeed is. The chandelier made of bones hangs directly from the foyer ceiling, and a collection of trinkets lines the mantle. Something tells you that people who once owned these things are not of this mortal coil anymore. Could you be Huntress's next victim? I don't care, but there's definitely sunglasses over there. There's blood on the floor. The thought gives you a wicked thrill. Hey, she's looking at you again. What do you think of my collection? Fucking fantastic. The whole place is quite tactile. There's so much to look at. The organised chaos makes me want to craft things with my hands. You're right. I knew you'd like it here. You have the eye of someone who appreciates fine stolen things. Can't wait to go treasure hunting with you. We could find so many more goodies on this island. But first, what do you think of the other killers on the island? I mean, Trickster is pretty out there, but everyone else seems like they have interesting backstories and whatnot. You saying Trickster doesn't have an interesting backstory? A little gossip, huh? What are you playing out? Huntress considers this for a beat. She seems to have two modes, thoughtful and explosive. You hope to never be in the splash zone when the explosive part emerges. Why, are you jealous? Before you can answer, the house begins to shake. Huntress loses her balance on the termite-infested floor and falls into your arms. You're not mad about it, but before you have time to enjoy taking this moment in... Crabs! An attack! A horde of killer crabs invaded through the crevices in the poorly constructed cabin. They race at you and Huntress in swarms, clacking their razor-sharp claws. You must act quickly, but what will you do? Shield Huntress, why not? Even though she's Big Mammy. Step out in front of Huntress, prepared to use your body as a shield from the onslaught of crabbage. I'll save you, Huntress. Ooh, Huntress can take care of herself. It's sort of her whole thing. Haven't you been paying attention? Huntress is immediately between you and the crabs, hip-checking you out of the way before splitting open crab shell after crab shell, like your uncle at an all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. Huntress sits down on the wicker couch and begins cleaning the guts off her hatchet. It's an obligatory scene for every killer. You're just happy to not be the source of what she's wiping off. Looks like we're having crab for dinner. She doesn't smile at your joke. She has that ponderous look on her face again. You join her on the couch. Man, sometimes those near-death experiences really get me thinking about what I want in life. I think I'd really like to start a family one day. How about you? I mean... It's a life-changing decision. You have to make sure it's right. Smiled coyly. A good answer. You never know what kind of weirdos are out there. What were you like as a kid? You tried to imagine this giantess as a meek child in a puffer coat wandering about the forest. Huntress chuckles, her laugh quiet, cute and soft. I was so innocent. We hunted to survive. Then went back to the cottage and mother would tell me stories, and we'd drink tea and imagine a life far away from the woods. Somewhere like this. I suppose I finally achieved what she always wanted from me. But since coming here, something feels off. It's beautiful and warm and everyone is so attractive. Like thirst traps galore. But don't you get the feeling that something is coming for us? Oh no, she's onto you. But onto you about what? Swirling memories rush through your head. Nightmares. Visions of a dark cloud. Claudette and Dwight's vacant stares that belie some sort of hypnosis. I'm gonna validate her feelings. Jesus. I think you're onto something. What do you know? How long have you all been here? Do you remember anything at all about why we might be here? Been having these dreams, seeing things. I think we all serve some greater purpose here. Realised Byju's in the middle of the screen there. Huntress reveals a strange object that she stole from the near the stage where Trickster performs. It has some strange symbol on it. It's the same symbol as that coin. Truthfully, it doesn't seem that strange to you. It's just a glass bottle. However, the label is interesting. She hands it over to you. But before she can explain her theory, Claudette and Dwight burst in on you and interrupt. We have a dramatic announcement. But it needs to happen back at the beach. Good God. You arrive at the beach and realise you were set up. There was no big announcement after all. What we have here is good old-fashioned rivalry. True, exactly like that voice that we cannot hear and certainly aren't referencing says. We were forced to interrupt your lovely date by another killer. They are here and ready to make you an offer of love you won't be able to deny. Good God, Trapper. I'm about to throw my headset. Trapper emerges from the water. Is he in slow motion? He's pure thirst. He's Paul Newman on horseback. He's Denzel on the cover of GQ. Manly manliness brought to life. Also, was he holding his breath under there this whole time waiting for his cue? That's commitment to a bit if I've ever seen it. Heard you spent the day in a quaint cottage. That's cute. How about a mansion? Or better yet, how about one on each continent? Yeah, I'm including Antarctica. I'm really, really rich. Think of how cozy we can get there in a snowy 10-bedroom. In Antarctica? One of those pools that is half indoor, half outdoor, but nice and warm throughout. That way you can kill a mama polar bear from the outside while watching her cubs cry over body from the inside. Sir! Trapper is the real deal, and by real I do mean really, and by deal I mean evil. Plus you really want to hunt for your food for the rest of your life. With me, you get it both ways. Savagery and someone to clean up after you. Sounds nice, huh? No! That life isn't for me, bro. Why are we calling him bro? In quotes as well. I'm very impressed you can speak with implied quotation marks. Very cool. This guy is a total douche, that's all he is. Try hard much. He's like the turn of the century Pacific Northwest version of a Wall Street bro. Trust me, it tracks. Patrick Bateman with a huge chip on his shoulder. You wouldn't go with him if he were brandishing a cleaver at you. Oh shit, he is. Even anger, thanks but no thanks. I'm into quite a lifestyle. I relish my independence and don't need someone to wipe my butt for me. You run back to the huge arms of Huntress. She hugs you so tight. Hugs you tight, so tight you think you feel the life leave your body for a moment. But it hurts so good. You know what? I'm impressed that you stood up to me. I appreciate someone giving their total honest opinion. Even if that opinion makes me want to carve out your liver. And the butt wiping comment? That's not what I meant by clean up after you, but I'm hiring someone to do that for me the moment I get home. Kappa leaves and you turn to Huntress, walking in slow motion back into the water. It's pretty weird. You just gonna stay there all night? Shall we continue our date? Fucking rude, let me back. Huntress leads you back to her cabin. You thought you'd remember the way, but it's like the forest has completely changed. Nothing is familiar. Better not get lost out here. Can you believe that guy? Classic trapper pulling a move like that. I'm so glad you chose me though. I don't think we've explored all there is between us yet. She winks a bunny masked eye and scoops you up onto her back. Oh, she's carrying me like a baby. Runs through the woods with you, piggyback riding her. The wind ruffles your hair, animals clear a path while the mighty woods woman as she races by like the lead from that famous teen vampire drama in that one scene where he calls her a spider monkey. Huntress doesn't call you that. Whee! Eventually she gently lowers you to the ground. You take in your surroundings, a wooded clearing in the forest. Huntress prances about like a deer in a meadow. I like to come here sometimes to clear my head and hack up a few cute woodland creatures. Jesus. Foxes are my favourite to slaughter. They think they're so cute and sly, but I see right through them. They're just assholes. Great with hot sauce. Huntress hears rustling and darts off to find its source, crouching down low like an animal. Now you're alone in the middle of the forest. Which way did you come from again? No idea. Your sense of direction is all off. A mellifluous voice floats through the air, landing upon your ears like syrupy honey. Come find me! Oh god. Oh boy. Not bad. Ooh, not bad. I don't think I'm gonna get this one. I didn't mean completely. Shit. Darn it. It was so fun. You're so good at hiding, I'm having a real blast. Thanks. They say it takes 10,000 hours of practice to get good at something. Jesus. They do say that. That's fun, huh? I keep trying to just relax and have a good time, but that's really hard for me. Anytime I let my guard down, something terrible happens. Bruh! Like what? Sometimes I find young girls in the woods, little perfect angels that need my protection, but if I turn my back for a moment, they wind up dying. That got dark. But you feel like Huntress wouldn't admit this to just anyone. Oh look, Claudette and Dwight are back. Okay, we swear we're here for a good reason this time. No one is manipulating us this time. It's just time for dinner. Come get some grub. Suspicious. What a fun day you've been having. I can see it written all over your face. You're shining. And that's not just the remaining anxious sweat from spending an afternoon courting a psycho killer. Listen, Huntress is baby. No, you're feeling... you're really feeling this whole romantic experience. Don't worry, I'll keep your dirty little secrets. Enough gentle ribbing. It's time to get back to business. All the appetizing singles have arrived for dinner, including Trickster. Wraith is here too. Wow. We're not going to do the gag where we cram them all and scream at the same time again. So just believe me, they're all here, and they're just as sexy and demented as you remember them. With your love of the line, everyone's being very careful not to offend you by saying the wrong thing. Congrats, by the way, on getting this far. I'm surprised, as you are, that these four are falling for you. No, not because of your personality, but because you just met them yesterday. However, since Spirit seems like the biggest long shot to end up holding onto your heart, she throws caution to the wind and speaks up. Pretty small consolation prize for being the least loved killer on Murderer's Island, but hey. What do you mean least loved? What? Fuck you. I've been giving one person attention. Hey, letting them have this moment on the spotlight is the least we can do. Is it? I think that's a typo. And heaven knows they won't do any better than that. Clearly, I need to do a little bit more to be part of this group, or I'll be alone forever. However, I don't eat, and I like being alone, so I take that all back. I don't care what this group has for dinner, as long as we start with shrimp cocktail. I saw a movie once where these ghosts turned shrimp cocktail into a haunted synchronized dance. I'm still working out how they did it. You mean beetle? Stop them from saying it. Beetle shrimp! The most rare and delicious type of shrimp. Beetle shrimp? Is that some new species? Because I've hunted many a beetle and many a shrimp, and I've never heard of beetle shrimp. Of course you haven't. Like Spirit says, they've got hypnotic power. Anyone who sees them soon forgets. Also, something to do with dancing. I wasn't going to say anything dumb. No, I was going to say... sneezing noises. Excuse you. Now you were saying Trapper? You've done all you can. I appreciate it. I'm gonna have to narrate us out of this somehow. Hold on. Are you afraid we might accidentally recite some spell and conjure a ghost? Because I hate to break it to you, but it's a bit late for that. And then a giant osprey swooped down and dropped a severed head on the table, distracting everyone. I've never seen this particular severed head before. This time I'm being honest. Sorry, not my finest work, but something had to be done. We've got to be careful about these cultural references we get mixed up with is all. Dinner will be served shortly by certain power brokers. But certain power brokers would like to know about your day. Would you like to share your day with the rest of the group? You've had an interesting day, for sure. Oh my god. But how will you describe it to the others? Say too much or too little, it could affect your standing with the group. Oh. Oh. Okay, don't just sit there saying nothing. Nothing is not an option. Brush with death. It was nuts. We went to Huntress's secret cabin and killer crabs attacked us. It's true. I fell asleep tonight to the delicious sound of crunching crustaceans. That would never happen on my yacht. Grinding them up, much more satisfying way to kill crabs. At least those kind of crabs. I have a little comb for the other kind. They bring out dinner. Everyone eats in silence. No one trusts anyone now. And they're all very tired. Oh wait, no, sorry. That's a dreary... That's a dreary supernatural horror thriller set in Antarctica, not a charming parody dating sim set in an undisclosed tropical paradise. Bony appetite. You mean bun? No, almost everything we serve has a lot of buns in it, even the vegetables. Impossible to avoid on this island. Everyone eats without speaking. Tensions are rising both of the sexual and deadly variety. When everyone finishes, Dwight and Claudette come back to clean up the table. They linger around you as they pick up your plate. Take your napkin, dust crumbs off the table. What would you like to say to the servants? Ignore them. Is there anything else we can do for you? Anything at all? Anything? A manners book, perhaps? It's fine. We're used to this kind of shabby treatment here on Jerk Island. Everyone, if you would please be so kind as to follow us to the fire pit, we'd greatly appreciate it. We've been told something big is going to happen, something that will change everything. Oh my lord. You can go willingly or you can go unwillingly. You have no choice. Tough cookies. Did you have a choice in how you said that, dweeb? Yes, and I immediately regret how I did. Good. Something needs to change around here. Fire is rebirth. Fire illuminates the soul. I hope the fire isn't too smoky. Smoke hurts my eyes. I have pretty sensitive eyes. I'm also horribly afraid of it. The fire, I mean, not my eyes. Because of the childhood trauma involving fire. Where's Trickster? You said Trickster was here. And finally everyone starts moving to the fire pit, if only to get away from Wraith complaining. My god. All of the talking. There we go. You take a seat on a comfortable log, feeling the fire's heat against your skin, and wait for other killers to take their places, wondering who will tell a story this time. Will the narrator tell a story? I bet they've got a stunningly creative mind. Hey, you think, are they allowed to simply place thoughts inside my mind like this? Doesn't seem fair. Everyone makes their way in, but something unexpected happens. Nothing. Nothing happens. Something almost always seems to be happening here. So nothing is probably not a great sign. Oh cool, now everyone is looking at you. So, you know, do something. Should I pick someone to tell a story, or could we play charades? Boggle? Charades? Charades. No. We were actually thinking, why don't you tell us a story? Wraith points his spine and skull staff thingamajig at you. You duck out of its way. Who knows what that thing can do? It probably shoots lasers. Try not to bore us. We're just very interested in you. Let's speak for me, Huntress. Now, you can't tell if you're warm from the fire or if it's your nerves heating up. I know that the fire is right here, but maybe if we stop talking about it all the time, we can start to pretend it's not here and doesn't, you know, threaten to burn us all alive. He's not supposed to hear me. Get out of here, Wraith! Reaper was about to make an important decision about telling a story or not. Fine, I'll tell a story. I'm going to tell a story. I hope it's a mystery. Fuck off, trickster. Hey, what type of story do you want to tell? Adventure. Alright, you like your Dwayne The Rock Johnson movies. How about some adventure? Now we're talking. Not my favourite, but I respect your choice and will nod politely. You have to say that, Wraith. Just nod politely. Okay, ready. Here goes. I really like to go fishing. I fucking hate fishing. Solid hobby. Great foundation for a short story, for sure. You pause. Everyone is waiting with bated breath. No pun intended. Wait, that's it? Not much of a story. Barely even a thought. My pun was better than that story. You sure that's all you have to say? No. What type of story do you want to tell? How was that adventure? Time I got into a bar fight. The group is interested. They lean in. I'm all ears. And I'm not talking about the bucket of them I have on my boat. Back up on a beer by smashing off the cap on the nearest... That's dangerous. I'm at the local watering hole powering up my regular 12 beers before I slay at the pool table. Slay at the pool table. Slay is good. Stealing to hand blast from the... How old are we? The bartender's tip jar is filled to the brim. Pound the final pint and smash the glass on the counter as I demand shots for the entire joint. Patrons cheer for me. I am their god. The telltale revving of engines outside. Motorcycles. Saloon doors swing. It's a saloon now? Wait, it's a saloon now? In walks my arch nemesis, Big Slim, the giant of North Toledo. Not sexy? Huntress, please. Thought I smelled something acrid from Akron when I hopped off the hog, Slim says with a sneer. I get up from my stool, the gal behind me rubbing my shoulders, revving me up for the inevitable fight. Long way from home, aren't we, Slim? What are the fine people of Elm Street going to do without someone to sell them someone's second-hand cufflinks tonight? What? I taunt him. He strokes his oily beard. Oh, that's creepy. This story has a lot of specific geographic references in it. I have a perfectly good job at the pawn shop. Why are you coming at me like that? Slim yells. That's fair, I scream back. Why do we even hate each other? I can't remember. Something about me cutting you off in traffic, but that was a misunderstanding, Slim yells. Well then, let's just get out. I say, tears starting to well in my eyes. And we met up. What about the bar fight? Oh yeah, we got into a real blowout fight later that night. Really yelled over our proverbial heads off. It was just an argument about whether you should say pop or soda. Come on. I gave up headlining at Coachella for this. Shut up, you. Spirit laughs hysterically. Probably laughing at you, but it's a laugh you're ready to accept. That show was a kind of story, technically. Okay, that was not very good. I don't mean to insult you, but it was actually quite bad. Sorry, but this narrator keeps it real. We can't just end it there. So who else would you like to hear a story from tonight? You look from killer to killer, trying to decide who might be the most entertaining. Is Huntress going to tell us the same story? Shut thing. Oh god. My neck of the woods isn't wanting for horrifying mythology. Brother once told me a story of a young man who was travelling back home from after the war. Which war? Doesn't matter. I just wanted some backstory details to paint a picture. I'll paint you a picture if you want. The man was lost and running out of food rations. He stopped to rest for the night underneath a majestic birch tree. Then he saw the woman, naked, skin glistening in the twilight glow. Oh, I'm invested. Of course you are. They sang a haunting melody as they made their way downhill towards the inviting lake. Enchanted by the music, the young man followed the parade of beautiful women until they stopped in a clearing next to the water. They turned to him and smiled. One woman with long red hair stepped forward and reached for his hand. The others began to play music. Flutes, lutes, tambourines. The melody was intoxicating. The man's feet began to move beneath him. He was dancing, moved by the magical music of these mysterious women. Twilight darkened into night, and the man grew weary. But when he tried to still his moving feet, he found he could not. Help, I cannot stop dancing, he cried to the nearest woman, a slender woman with green hair. He drew near to him, and he saw her features distort into something horrific. She was bloated, an eye hanging from one socket, skin the colour of algae. A rusalka. her true self. You'll never stop dancing, she screeched at him. My sisters and I were drowned in this lake by men of your regiment. Consider this your punishment. The man cried out, but it wasn't me. Someone must pay, the Rusalka said, her voice filled with briny malice. And so the man danced and danced until his bones broke and his heart gave out. The dance of death. A silent beat as everyone takes in this macabre ending. But it's not all bad. Rusalkas are also fertility goddesses. If a lady had stumbled across them, she would have been blessed with a fruitful womb. And probably some candy for the road. Does she really think that's a happy ending? I want what the Huntress is having. How was story time? A lot of people like to take pot shots at sequels, but I think every good story deserves a follow-up. When you think it's the ending, the sequel is almost... Oh, let's not talk about sequels and things, Jesus. Knowing it's a series takes a lot of pressure off an individual installment and builds a greater sense of community between audience and creator. Tell me, Reaper, if you could delete any sequel from existence, what would it be? Maybe the second Matrix film? Oh wait, no, maybe the fourth. Because did we really need a fourth one? I don't even think I've seen the fourth one. I can't remember. TikTok. If I wanted to, I would. Go away. Don't answer that. We don't actually care. I knew you didn't care, but I was answering it anyway. Just here to make sure that we seamlessly move on to the next segment. God forbid my small talk get in the way of the romantic twilight moment. I'm gonna need you to shoot your yap trap. You know that we need to get back to that thing we do whenever we're not on screen. Have fun, try not to end up dead. Why did you say the words wink wink out loud? And what kind of double entendre are you getting at with the end up dead thing? Dwight is physically incapable of winking. Not since the accident. And you do know that all of these people are despicable criminals with double-digit kill counts, right? Well, except for Spirit. She doesn't really belong here. She's strictly a victim, not a perpetrator. No wonder she's pissed. Did I hear someone trash talking Spirit? Deal me in. What do you say we take this talk to the hot tub so I can soak this bod while I roast the ghost with some killer hot takes? My god. Please, enough talk of burns. Things that are lit are getting blazed. Enough that these activities have to be set next to a literal fire. Must I be surrounded by figurative flames as well? What if we turned and ran away from this place? Run as far away from this place as we could, just you and me. On those spindly legs. You'd probably tire before you got too far. They're fucking digs at everybody. Look at them go. If it's running away to some place, well, secluded Reaper is after. This should obviously join me. Have you seen these legs? Pure power. Not that my walk speed really reflects my giant stature, but that's because I choose to move slowly for stealthy reasons. It's my own choice, and it's completely logical. Why is everyone so obsessed with comparing themselves to each other and creating drama? I'm so over all that. Don't you get it? Society wants to trick you into fighting with each other, so that corporations can swoop in and sell you fake solutions to all your fabricated problems. I'll be sitting in the shade and drinking something locally sourced while thumbing through a public domain novella printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play their game anymore. Like she's actively trying to be unappealing as possible. Does it really turn anyone else on or just me? What? Despite Trapper's insatiable appetite, it seems his attention, along with the intention of everyone else, is still on you for the moment. If you could, I don't know, just pick one of us. Maybe we could all move on with our lives, or, you know, some special projects we might have going. You heard him. Who will it be? Who will it... Obviously, Huntress. Okie dokie. Stream is nearly up. You may not get a lot of chances to date around like this before your time on Murderer's Island comes to a close. I'm not satisfied with that name either. But this streaming reality TV dating show boom happened. What? Really must... What? We're back to excluding Trickster because that guy. Huntress. Obviously, you got good taste and you don't. I don't just say that because I'm considering eating you. Told you. Licks her lips as she eyes you up and down. You've never felt like a literal piece of meat this much in your life before. What have you gotten yourself into? Let's go over to the bar. I'm going to make you something special. Are you going to poison me? You know? You and Huntress whisk yourselves away to the bar, and when you arrive, you find an arrangement of arts and crafts supplies. And are those taxidermy tools cool? Are you freaking out? I'm not freaking out. You wonder what's going through Huntress's head. Though she's bubbly and enthusiastic, you're always terrified she might snap. We've come to the bar to do arts and crafts. What is going on? Something on your mind? She smiles. Drink this. Oh, she's made... Good lord. Yes, skull. Huntress hands you a seemingly normal tropical cocktail. If one were to drug you into some sort of state in which you could be operated on, these flavours would certainly hide the poison. You look around and consider what else there is to live for besides becoming Huntress's little toy, and the conclusion is... bombs away! I didn't even have to choose. And the drink is quite nice. Been thinking about making you a present, a mask. Would you be into that? Of course! I've always admired yours. A mask is so cute, but what would you like? Can't be a dog, even though I know you like them. There was this ex, they were really into Dobermans. Like, too into them. It's a long story. Whoa! Give me a cat mask. Just like the fluffiest white cat mask, like marshmallow level fluff, you can barely make out any features. Fuck? Meow. Okay, I guess I asked. Well, I know what I'm going to be working on tonight, alone, in my skimpy pajamas. Huntress winks at you. What? I knew it was going to do that. Get directly into your bed? No, that's not how tonight goes. I mean, it's not how it's supposed to go. Not yet, at least. Haha, you kooky kids. Soon. Huntress, you've got lots of hobbies. Why don't you share something with us that you're passionate about? Why are they here? Something less deadly than throwing axes and chasing survivors. Maybe just a thought. Making more masks? Oh wait, making matching gloves. No, you little joker. I'm thinking of different type of making our victims die fast, medium, or slow death, depending on the mood we're in. It's another round of be careful what you wish for on Murderer's Island. Dwight, I need your help. Doing something in a different place entirely? You read my mind. Meet you there. I'm talking about mycology. You know mushrooms? Yes. Hey, fuck off. Why, Team Snapchat? Fuck right off. Getting notification from them now. Pip knows about mushrooms. I picked a lot of them, and I'm very familiar with which ones are make for a great soup. Now, and which ones make you super dead. I'll show you 2 mushrooms. You point at the one that's safe to eat. It sounds easy enough. Now, if peak logic is anything to go by, this one's dangerous, but... yeah, that's what I thought. That little fella is an autumn skullcap, and after eating one, if the diarrhea doesn't kill you, the liver failure probably will. Next up, this one is easy. I'm sure you'll nail it. Point at the one that won't result in almost instant death if you eat it. I feel like this one is safe. Yeah, that's the chanterelle. Sounds fancy and it tastes fancy too. Just like a certain someone I know, I bet. Nom nom nom. Final question. Which will make you jump for joy and which will make you vomit until you die? Correct, that's green crackling rusula. Sure, it might look mouldy, but I guess you shouldn't judge a mushroom by its gross green cap. Not everything is exactly as it appears at first glance. Fun, right? I like flexing a little more than just my biceps for you. That was actually interesting. Tablet. You weren't here! Not great, not all wrong, but it only takes one poisonous mushroom to put you down for good. Guess you'll just need to keep me around so you don't shove anything deadly in your mouth. I got 2 out of 3. I got the first one wrong though. And just claps her hands giddily. appreciate you spending time with me tonight. I know the other killers are all very alluring in their own way. It means a lot that you'd spend time with a forest bumpkin such as myself. You know, bumpkin. Strong, independent woman. Don't demean yourself. Interest leaps on you, knife to your throat. I'll demean myself if I want to. She's angry, but also turned on. This is pretty hot. We're here. They're here too. Claudette and Dwight are gathering everyone on the beach. Shipping. Oh, fuck off. Oh, shit. My alarm. Exactly what the voice said. And I'm telling you, and I'm being honest here, that you're the only one who can hear me. Gang's all together again on the volleyball court. Seems only yesterday you were sitting on the sidelines watching everyone get sweaty, because it was yesterday. That's because it was! Oh, it feels like I've been here longer than that, actually. It's so late that the sun is already beginning to rise. Oh, we didn't sleep? Better get this over with so that I mean you, can get some beauty rest. I do not recommend the eternal damnation of perpetual narratordom. Good thing you really used your time well since then. Really getting to know the gang. The brain, the mogul, the basket case, the psychotic bunny girl. You know the 4 types of people. Anyway, everyone is gathered on the volleyball court for a new type of game. Pitch your dream date and see who Reaper chooses. Oh my god. Ready for a round robin? How round are we talking? Huntress is like, how round? How much meat can I get off? Not to eat, Huntress. Each killer gets 2 minutes to tell you about the dream date they've planned for you tomorrow. In no particular order, which is a weird thing to mention, right? Almost like the order does matter. Spirit, why don't you go first? Get this over with and you can go back to reading your book. Stop talking. Hit it, Spirit. Figuratively. Damn it, Dwight. You gotta watch your words with these people. Tomorrow, I'll spit in the face of God, die, and you'll spit in the face of God, die, and be reborn anew. That's it. If you're not intrigued by that, I don't want you. Don't draw a crayon out with Trapper or dig up whatever mysteries with Wraith. I don't know what those guys do all day. You want at least specify... There's another typo there. Which god you'll be spitting in the face of? All of them. Okay, then, so hydrate tonight if you intend on hanging out. If you intend to hang with Spirit. Wraith? I don't know. I really prefer just to tell Reaper privately. I don't really know how that's going to work with these game mechanics. What if you just whispered it to Reaper? Wraith considered this for a long moment. Too long. That's fine. Without moving, Wraith lowers his voice to a barely audible whisper. I wouldn't be able to hear him. Tomorrow, we have to find my bell. And then I can finally tell you about what I've been working on. It's going to be really special. The kind of thing where we will really bond. Maybe finally get off this island. And maybe then we can go on a real date. What the fuck? You done? Is that it? Wraith nods, proud. Trapper, without further ado, would you like to make us all uncomfortable by pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable, not only in polite society, but within the narrative of this in-world event, and also the larger meta-narrative of a Dead by Daylight dating experience? Sometimes you just gotta say it. I'd love to. Thinking of picking me? Well, this is your final warning. Pick me and be punished and rewarded? Tomorrow will suck, probably. I'm not an easy guy to get along with, I know that. I can tell you this much. I'm hiding a secret on this island that makes fans shit themselves with excitement. What? If you like Trapper, you're gonna love it. And if you're not... And if not, you're a maggot. I guess I'm a maggot. Also, everyone, even confident, sexy ladies with rabbit masks, better stay the hell away from my yacht. Also, by saying I'm a maggot, I am a Slipknot fan, actually. Great. Huntress, why don't you take it from here? Planning a nice atmospheric breakfast on the yacht. Don't worry, Trapper won't even know it's gone. What was that? Nothing, go away. Boy, oh boy, I have such an adventure planned. It involves hunting for treasure. What kind of treasure are we looking for? Guess you'll have to pick me to find out. Let me tell you, it's primo stuff. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to start preparing because it's clear that you're already going to pick me. She knows. Confident, mysterious, I like it. Gosh, you'll need to dream about these options so you're ready to choose in the morning. Now go dream about all these swoon-worthy options so that you're ready to make a choice come dawn. Have a swell night. Did you two forget to mention something? How could we forget? Before you run off to slumber peacefully, there's one more thing to do. No reality What? No reality survival dating competition parody would be complete without singling out one of our contestants who is already teetering on the edge of a psychological break, and giving them a little push. Hold up, this has been a survival dating competition parody this entire time and I'm just now finding out about it? Come on, the signs were there, you just didn't read them. Welcome to Murderer's Island. It's now time to eliminate one of the killers. Like butchering, but it hurts even worse. You can't kill a killer, but can you break their heart? Do you dare even try? You mean... That's right, tomorrow one of these sexy slices will not be eligible to take you on a date. Who's it gonna be? But why? Because it's dramatic? Because it's surprising? Because it's a classic reversal of fate? And it will hurt someone's feelings. Someone dangerous. Oh boy. Is it gonna be, champ? What's your thought process here? Trapper seems like he might throttle you in your sleep if you eliminate him. Is it bad that Trapper was my first thought? Being said, at least you see it coming. Spirit could be anywhere. She floats. And here she can disappear. Hard to track. Get rid of Wraith, he might cry, and although I totally support normalizing men crying and being vulnerable, it just seems like he might be an ugly crier. Huntress, she might pretend to be okay with it, but then you'll start seeing her behind every tree. What I'm trying to say is, I don't envy you, boss. So which sociopath are you eliminating? I mean, he's disrupted me more than once. Oh no. You see, you Trapper, you sent the Trapper packing. Sleep with both eyes open. That's the achievement I just get. Got. This was very simple. Trapper, you scared the living shit out of me. You're eliminated. It's not even that he scares... He disrupted my time with Huntress. Bitch gotta go. That's fair. Honestly, though, I don't care. You suck. But not in a good way. You bore me. You personality-free maggot. It wouldn't even be fun to kill you. Bruh. Which I was totally going to do tomorrow the first chance I got. So really, this is a win-win for both of us. Still might kill you though, out of principle for eliminating me. Sleep with both eyes open and have fun on your date tomorrow. Now that you've broken the heart of someone heartless, you should go get some shut-eye. Don't worry too much about the broken heart you've left behind. Because of course, they'll be receiving a consolation prize. They might not get to go home with Reaper when this is all over, but they'll never sleep alone again. Oh, that's creepy. Sending our eliminated player home with... Mostly new Trickster body. So dumb. Next best thing to the real Trickster, it might not hug you back, but it's definitely won't stop try the but it's definitely I'm taken aback. Definitely won't try and stab you. And how do we know? Because I've tried it. That's right. It's Dwight tested. Claudette approved. Hope you sleep well tonight, Reaper. You're my hero for what you've accomplished. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you've done? No, not because of the guilt. I mean knowing that there's a legit homicidal maniac who hates you so close by. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you'll do tomorrow? I don't know how you'll do it, but you better go before Dwight and Claudette come back and put you to sleep themselves. You know, those two. Schedule. Okay, is that the end of the day? Oh no, we've got a fucking this thing. Crazy way to end elimination. I didn't even know it was that kind of game. Let's check in with everyone, especially with our loser. Everyone deserves a send-off. Can't help that I have thick arms and legs that go until they stop with the fucking brain. Blah, blah, blah. I knew you had a connection from the moment I saw them through my mask. You can never be sure what's going on in the newcomer's mind, but I like my odds for tomorrow. So fun hunting for love and not for food or vengeance for a change. I don't really know what's happening here. I honestly haven't been paying attention. Oh, Reaper? Sorry, I forgot. I'm focusing on other things. More important things. One way or another, I won't be here for much longer. I don't handle rejection well. At least I don't think I do. No one has ever been dumb enough to reject me before. Yeah, the more I think about it, the angrier I'm getting. And I'm a giant rage monster, so everyone in this room should be scared right now. Turn the camera off. Did I think there might be a chance... There was a chance I might get eliminated? Yeah, I did. Did I care if I got eliminated? Not even a little. Does the volume of words I spend talking about how much I don't care about things signify a deeper yearning with me to be seen, heard, and validated by those around me? Nah. What? No, you're not part of this. You don't get a confessional. Cool, man. I'm not part of anything, you feel me? I'm not cogging anyone's machine. I'm my own machine. This whole thing is pretty cute, though. Charmingly low budget, old school marketing vibes. Not gonna lie. Kinda wish I wasn't so busy right now. I'd be down with a reality show style dating competition with survival elements. I got my new album, upcoming tour, finalizing the new sneaker line, producing a limited series of my life, starting a new social media NFT crypto app. Ugh. I'm doing these private gigs over on IP Island. My dudes, you gotta come check it out. IP Island is dope. It's where the real killers are hanging out. Fully licensed, no legal drama. Lawyers, take a hike. I'm gonna tell everyone that Trickster said that about them, don't worry. I'm talking your favorite established characters from all over pop culture that can't be seen on this island. Hell, you probably can't even mention them, like Ghostfoot. Don't you say it. Look, we get it. You're very popular and in demand, but we have a game to get back to, and I don't want to get sued. Ghostface. Whatever, I don't even care. I'm the Trickster. See you around. You two, narrator. I have a name, you know. You do? Seriously, they do not pay me enough to deal with you people. Is it my turn? No, it's not your turn. You're sentient water. How are you even sitting in that chair? What's a chair? The thing you're getting all wet. Now it's gonna smell like mildew. Okay, rude. Fine, let's get it over with. It's your turn, Ocean. Do your check-in. Check-in. I was just looking for the bathroom. Bathroom? Are you serious? It's down the hall to the left. That's okay. Never mind. Never mind? What does that mean? Not you two. This wasn't meant to be confessional for literally every character in this game. Okay, we don't have to confess anything. We've just been working our asses off for 2 days straight and wanted to sit down somewhere. This chair is wet. Yeah, I think the Ocean just peed on it. How is that You know what? I don't care. You two look pretty pleased with yourselves. I've got something to confess. Oh great, what's it gonna be? You ate glue in 2nd grade? You cheated on an algebra test once? Watching Trapper get eliminated was the first time in this unending spiral of pain, staircase of pain, that is my life, that I felt even a modicum of joy. Every minute that I'm alive is a nightmare. This place, this sun, these sweet sugary drinks. Sounds fun for a long weekend, but for an eternity? The unrelenting rhythm of crashing waves and wailing seagulls. It's like a crescendoing song of evil that makes me question the very foundation of the universe. Why am I here? Why are any of us here? And what kind of sentient being would do this to us? Why is Dwight eloquent? I would never have pictured him as eloquent. Please erase me from this existence. Make it so I was never born. Pull the plug on this experiment and let my soul be free. And please, please get me out of this polo shirt. That's not a polo shirt, that's an actual shirt. Yeah, let's get you to bed, buddy. I don't want to go to bed. Going to bed means eventually I'll have to wake up. Yikes. Well, what are you gonna do? You let the camera roll long enough, someone is bound to say something crazy. Anyway, 2 days in a tropical paradise. Woo! Seems like everyone had their shot to annoy me tonight, so hit the hay and get some rest. Tomorrow is gonna be a doozy. Tomorrow is not gonna be played on stream. Where's my buttons? Because I've been streaming for 2.5 hours and talking the whole time. Oh, wow, that was a good stretch actually. Hello? The fuck is going on over here? Someone's playing Sicker for Love. I was gonna play Sicker for Love, but I didn't think it would be safe for stream. I wasn't sure. Same category. Oh, they're clearly further on. Look at how pretty that setting is. I don't even know who it is though with on that thing. Why did somebody else just go live? Hmm. they're not even... I thought I found somebody to raid too, but unfortunately not. Oh, they're cute. Pre-roll ads, sadly. The preview showed me their model, but the pre-roll ads. We won't read out today. We will leave it there. Save. Save. Oh my god, get out of the way. Yes, you're welcome. Playing what later? Later. Oh, fair enough. Maybe it depends. I will wait to hear from Lipip. Oh my god. But for now, we'll leave it there. I'm going to go get some snacks. And have picky lunch, which will probably turn into picky tea because I can't help myself. I will buy what I will feel is enough for lunch, and it'll end up being like three fucking days worth of food. If you want anything from Asda, can you text me, Mama? I know you only went yesterday, so it's unlikely. I don't need anything. Mum said you might reach out later, that's all. But we'll leave it there for now. We should be on tomorrow. What did I put down for tomorrow? I want to say it's Gacha Day, but I've still not managed to fix them. Yeah, I've still not managed to fix them, so we might have to play something else. Okie dokie. If that changes, I'm going to Mali, so it's a bit of a trek anyway. But yeah, cool. Thanks for hanging out, guys, and playing the silly haha game with me. Delightful. I'll catch you all tomorrow, all being well. Bye bye.